You expect a church choir to start singing in the background as he smiles at you. Oh,
Hey there. Is everything all right?
oh my. Are we ready? We are going to be playing Threads of You, Beyond the Bay, Hot Digital, Summer Boys. Let's start. Ooh. My name is... Wait, you can write your name on the sand? Ah, that's so cute. That is so cute. That's the most cutest shit I've seen. Are you joking? Ah, my character. Shh. Oh my God. MC options. Okay. Listen, because we're at the beach and it's summer, I'm gonna be tanned. Select your pronouns. Oh my God, the details. She, her. You can even do custom. Feminine. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my God. Oh, I like this one. Oh my gosh. This is giving Aerith from Final Fantasy, that fringe particularly. Holy moly. These options are crazy. It's giving strawberry. Wait, I love that. Okay, I think we got it. Let's start. Saturday. You let out a loud, drawn-out yawn, the first of many since you started this long drive. One of your favorite songs plays quietly in the background as you drum your fingers on the steering wheel. Dawn's barely left and the sun is peeking through the horizon. The rest of the sky is still asleep with an array of dark blues and purples. The summer breeze is gentle but not too warm, so you roll down your windows all the way to enjoy it brush against your face. Now, you normally don't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and tackle a 600-mile drive, but you've been planning this little excursion for a while. The main reason is because you don't have much to do during your summer break. A road trip to your hometown sounded like a pretty good idea, so you went with it. Plus, you do feel a bit homesick, not that you admit that to your parents. Look at me! Look at me in the bottom! Thankfully, I found a rental with a bargain wheels that I can use for the month instead of catching flights back and forth. Not only that, I'll save me the trouble of taking my parents' car. You shudder to think about how that would go down with your parents. It's been decades and they both still love that old navy blue minivan to pieces. Sometimes you think they love it more than you. God knows what would happen if you had to borrow it and anything happened to it. Foreshadowing. So, this was the safest and cheapest choice. You glance outside your car window and take in the view of the ocean. The sky begins to light up from the sun and turn a cheerful bright blue with a few scattered clouds idly floating around. Waves softly roll across the ocean's surface to greet the beginning of a new day. You can't think of anything better to watch in the morning. I'm making up words right now, I'm so sorry. It's been a calm drive. You've got your best hits playlist, some of your favorite snacks, and you're free for the summer. Okay, what's your road trip song? Tell me now, what is your road trip song? I need to know. Everyone has car karaoke. Don't lie to me. I know we all have car karaoke. I'm gonna go first. Justin Bieber, Beauty and the Beat. Anything ABBA is also on my playlist. Okay, they have some absolute bangers. Lady Gaga, Paparazzi is also another one that's so summery to me. And then I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you with more. They'll come. As you hum along the next track, you start planning where you should stop for lunch. Now, where was that list you had on your phone? Excitement bubbles up in your chest. Even on the long drive, you can't wait to start this new summer adventure. Oh, so you thought. That doesn't sound good. Was that a tire pop? Uh-oh. The smell of burning rubber floats through the windows. Double, not so good. The dashboard lights flicker. Your music stutters a few times before continuing. With a pit in your stomach, you glance down to see those familiar, menacing signs appear behind your steering wheel. Check battery. and check engine stare right back at you mockingly. Okay, I just need to turn off some things and pray it'll last me. You make quick work of shutting off your music, AC, and GPS. That's when the steering wheel locks on you and you immediately tense up. Oh crap. Despite your panic, you manage to guide the car to the side of the road. You silently thank whoever's watching over you that the roads are empty. You turn on the hazard lights with a frustrated button press. Okay, don't panic. Maybe if I let it sit for a bit, I can try to start it again. 10 minutes tick by before you try again. And again. And again. The engine weakly tries to come back to life only to sputter and die. The lights go off with it, and now you're sitting in a dead car. Oh god. Great. So, there goes that idea. Anything else you got for me? The car shudders slightly before it starts to roll forward slowly. You really had to go and say something, didn't you? But it doesn't get too far as the car suddenly comes to a stop with a thud. With some luck, it seems like you run into a small ditch to stop you from rolling to your death. Without a second thought, you pull on the emergency brake so that doesn't happen again. Okay, it's fine. Now, I just need to handle this. You take a deep breath and take your phone out. The service is spotty, but hopefully it'll last you long enough to make this call. You reach for the glove compartment and pop in open to find a Bargain Wheels emergency roadside contact slip. Here goes nothing. After 4 agonizingly long rings, you're connected with a representative. She asks for all the necessary information and puts you on hold to run everything through their system. Here I was hoping to do some sightseeing and stop. So much for that idea. Hi Timu, how are you? Welcome in. Your grumbling is cut off when the representative returns. Thank you for holding. I've confirmed your information. All I need is your location, and I'll be able to dispatch a licensed Bargain Wheels partner mechanic to you. Okay, roadside assistance. Great. Okay, so according to my GPS, I'm at... You read off the location and wait for her confirmation. The line is silent. You get that sinking feeling in your gut again. Did it cut off? Hello? Can you hear me? No response. You take a look at your phone, finding the screen off and unresponsive to your touch. Oh, for God's sakes. Of course your phone also dies. No way! The cherry on top of this shit Sunday. I really hope she got the location before the call dropped. You might as well be trapped on a remote island at this point. But your parents raised you better than to quit at the first sign of failure. Or at least that's what you're trying to tell yourself. The battery's definitely dead. It never fully charged my phone even though I've had plugged it in for over an hour. You try to decide your next move, maybe opening the hood to check. Before you can make up your mind, you swear you hear something outside. Your round of suffering is repaid in full with the sight of a vehicle approaching on the other side of the road. Flag it down. Flag that shit down. Oh my god, there's actually people on this road at this time of day. Holy shit, I will take any opportunity. Are you kidding me? What's for lunch, Timu? You got some chicken again? I'm doing good, thank you. We're checking out a new visual novel. I'm really excited. It's called Threads... Hold on, what's it called again? Threads of You Beyond the Bay. Beyond the Bay. Oh my god, there's an ice cream popsicle as a cursor. That's so cute. Are you joking? Without much thought, you honk your car horn several times while waving at the car. Honk, honk. Come on, please. Oh, I love lasagna. Lasagna sounds good. You watch as the door opens and out steps a tall man. I'm excited. Despite his height and the sunglasses hiding his eyes, you don't feel that usual anxiousness around strangers. You can't put a finger on it, but the way he holds himself makes you feel a bit at ease, maybe even safe. It's a weird thing to say about a total stranger on the side of the road, but you always trust your gut. He approaches your car and giving the door a gentle knock. The man leans in, slipping the shades off his face. Oh, hello! Hello, sir! You're greeted by one of the hottest guys you've seen in a long time. Your gut is doing you good as you inwardly cheer for yourself. Yes! He's tan too. Gosh, summer tan. Summer lovin'. His warm brown gaze twinkles in the morning sun. You expect a church choir to start singing in the background as he smiles at you. Oh. But you have to play it cool. He's still a complete stranger, even if he's ridiculously hot. Mum taught you better than that. The man lays an arm across the open window, giving you a better view of his face up close. You can see a scar running down his face, along with a few others scattered around his neck and arm.
Hey there. Is everything all right?
Oh my... That voice! Oh, hello, sir! Hi!
I noticed your hazard lights and figured I'd check to make sure.
Oh, such a gentleman, checking in on us while we're ditched on the side of the road. I could really use a hand. Sort of, maybe not everything. I could really use a hand. Not really. My car battery's dead and I really appreciate some help. I was about to go and pop open the hood to check myself, but then you showed up, thankfully. He offers you a sympathetic look and nods in understanding.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Do you need help jumping it?
I definitely need help jumping on you. What happened to your voice? Did I shut you up? I've got cables. I got cables. What? Did I shut this man up? I'm so sorry. I'll take it back. I've got cables in my trunk. Just let me turn my car around. I can get that going for you. I came out to look. His voice is so creamy delicious. I really appreciate that. Before you came along, I was trying to call the rental company to get some roadside assistance. But my phone died just as I was giving her my location. What a crazy stroke of luck, huh? He's gone mute! Maybe he only got paid for 2 lines. He only got paid for 2 lines. Sounds like you've been through a lot.
Here, why don't you borrow my phone and make that call again?
Oh, he came back! He got resurrected! Are you sure? I'm asking a lot for you as a total stranger. He shakes his head, handing you his cell.
Oh, and my name's Gene Williams. Just Gene is fine.
Gene Williams. Hold on. I need to know this man's age. Hold on, let's fact check real quick. He looks completely different, but 27, guys. He's 27. You give an awkward nod of acknowledgement. Howdy, partner. Howdy, partner. Howdy. I'm DARZZIE.
We're not total strangers now, right?
Gene flashes you another warm smile.
Just sit tight and make that phone call while I move my car.
Oh, I'll sit tight, alright. Oh, and make sure to pop open the hood. He leaves you to it and heads back to his car. You dial the number and almost cry when you hear the voice of a representative pick up. Oh, thank God. Making quick work of providing the information again, you also ask if you could get a replacement vehicle. The representative puts you on hold while she looks into it. You wait, tapping a finger on the steering wheel. 12 minutes tick by and your tapping speed increases with each passing minute. It's taking longer than I thought. There's no way I got disconnected again, right? You peek at the phone screen. Your shoulders slump in relief as it lights up, still on the call screen. Hello, thank you for holding. Unfortunately, all rentals nearby locations have been reserved. I apologize for the inconvenience. There might be cancellations, so please give us a call back tomorrow. Oh, okay, I'll try that then. Are you sure there's nothing else we can do in the meantime? I'm afraid not. However, we may be able to cover the repair costs. In addition, we can reimburse you for emergency accommodations. Can we get accommodation with Jean? Of course, it'll depend on the limit based on your coverage. Well, that's better than nothing. Thanks. You notice Jean waving at you. He mimes the action of turning on the ignition so you grab your key. We have a nearby contractor that has been dispatched on you. Another man? Do you have any questions for me? You insert the key and silently pray. Nope, that's it, thank you. Hi Plum, welcome in. You know what else is tight? Hey yo. Hey yo. You're given the typical end of call company shtick before you hang up. With bated breath, you turn on the ignition. The car sputters and miraculously starts. You break out into a grin while letting out a little whoop of victory. Whoop, whoop. You see Jean gives a thumbs up before he exits the car. You hop out of yours, practically skipping towards him to hand his phone back. Oh, he does look like his character. He does. He does. I was like, I didn't recognize him. You're a lifesaver. Thank you so much again. I also got in contact with them and they have someone coming to get my car checked out. He just said, and that was it. Where are you headed? I was on my way to Sunny Cove Valley. That's a bit of a ways from here. I'm on my way back to Byron Bay. Oh, where's that? I never got a proper look at my surroundings on the GPS before it died. It's a town nearest to us and where I live. I just go off to work, actually. My office is in the next town, so I have to make that drive. I'm headed to SCV to visit my hometown for summer vacation. Or that was a plan before, you know. That must have been a pretty bad scare out of the blue, huh? You have no idea, but thanks again for the help. His shoulders drop as he lets out a sigh of relief. The smile on his face widens, looking genuinely happy to have helped. It's a rare sight to see someone like him nowadays. So, did you have any particular plans for your vacation? I did have some spots I wanted to stop by to take photos and try out the local food. My friends begged me to get them souvenirs too. Do you think a postcard is good enough? I love Oh, his laugh is cute. Sorry to interrupt. I love postcards. If you want to give me souvenirs, postcards is where it's at. Gene snorts, his face scrunching up adorably. Maybe a fridge magnet. Oh, fridge magnet's also good. Fridge magnet's also really good. I have plenty of those from my visits to other towns. I ran out of room on the fridge, so I had to put some away. With your phone dead and nothing else to do, you two fall into a brief conversation about random, mundane things. You lose track of time, pausing mid-sentence, as another car ambles down the road. It peels off the street, parking just a spot or two away from Gene's. Headlights go out and his engine sputters out. Quietly enough, you half wonder if you should be worried about his car instead. He steps out, and the first thing that you see is red. He's hot! He is hot! With a toolbox in hand and his hand adjusting utility belt as he approaches, it's an easy guess that he's the mechanic. Or a really overly prepared do-gooder like Gene, maybe. He nods at you with recognition when you flag him down with a wave. He smiles, an easy lopsided thing meant for his damsel in distress. He's damn cute for a mechanic. Yeah, girl, he is fucking cute. Maybe in your next life you could be the car instead. So he can ride me. That's crazy. I love it. Can someone quote this? Maybe your next life you could be the car instead. Oh my gosh, she is so me.
Gene?
Oh, so that smile wasn't meant for you. Oh! With a two-fingered salute. Oh my god, he's Caleb. And the tools clattering around his belt, the vague tension in Gene's expression all but fades. That really says all that you needed to know about the two. They're acquainted. Friends, maybe? That's something to be glad for you, you hope. Yeah, Queen, that's why you've got two hands. That's why you got two damn hands.
You're competing with my folks? Say it isn't so.
His cute-ass voice. got some more car trouble for me? I love a cheeky man. He is so playful. Happy to come across Darzie here having some car trouble and stop to help.
Yeah, I can just pack it up and go home then.
Can I come with you? Kai, the car. His name is Kai. Guys, Kai, he's Vietnamese. Oh my god, my ancestors will be so proud. Kai, 22, Vietnamese. The mechanic exaggerately rolls his eyes. His head tips back, coupled with a lazy roll of his shoulders. His face all but says, "What are you going to do?" before he finally stands at attention. Kai is a word for food. It is. It is too. Look at that smile. He's so cute. What the fuck? Mama, I love him too. Mama, I love him. Jean's quiet snicker doesn't go unnoticed.
All right. Let me take a look.
He says, all right. I think my panties just dropped. Kai, by Jean's unintended introduction, takes a quick glance at the license plate and a crumpled piece of paper in his hand. Yeah. He is a snack. The paper is neatly folded and tucked away in his back pocket before he extends a hand to you in greeting.
Nice to meet you. And sorry, I'm Kai.
I really like him. My garage is the closest and we work with bargain wheels. He produces a laminated license in short order to presumably convince you he's actually working with them. The logo is bright and colourful besides his equally bright and colourful face with his name in slightly fading font, Kai Nguyen. Look at him blinking at us. He's so cute. Alright, so can you tell me what happened here? My car exploded. More helpfully, as you walk him through what happened, Kai takes a loop of your car. His hand lives in his pockets as he hms and ahs in between every new and inadvertent disaster. We tried to let charge for a bit and I jumped her car. Sounds like it could be a battery issue. How long has it been charging? About 15 minutes. Let's try disconnecting it and have Darzie drive for a bit. We'll be right behind you. If you're sure. You're in good hands. Kai knows what he's doing. The cables are disconnected and swiftly put away as the three of you pile into your respective cars. Something like hope bubbles inside as you turn on the ignition and it quietly becomes optimism when everything lights up. The tires roll forward, the radio clicks on, and then it stutters out and you think you can hear its final gasp as you pull the brake. The window doesn't even roll down anymore when Jean and Kai approach. Well, there goes that. Let me take a closer look. Popping open the hood's just reflexive now as Kai reviews its interiors and you deflate into the driver's seat, the tiniest bit more defeated than earlier. Think I know what it is. You do? Looks like there isn't any damage to the battery, but you're telling me it's not holding the charge? Might be an alternator issue. I'll get this towed to the shop and have a full diagnostics run just to make sure. Let me make a call. It'll be a bit, so you know. Hang tight. Oh, is it going to be a while? Going to do my best to make sure it's not. Jean waves him off before shooting a tactical, sympathetic look. Sorry, the jump didn't work out. Don't be, I'm just glad someone stopped, you know. If it's alright with you, I can give you a lift to town. Hey! What? No, I can't put you out like that. It was already enough that he stopped and tried to help, asking more than just seemed rude. It's okay,
Hey.
You two, sorry to interrupt, but I just need you to confirm some info with the towing company. Kai hands you his phone and you relive the same conversation a fourth time. Yes to this, no to that, and a bunch of other responses in between. By the time it's over, you're just about done with phone calls for the rest of the day, maybe even for the rest of the week. Jean digs out his keys, quickly hitting the lock until his car gives a cheerful beep. So, how does that sound? How does a ride sound? I'd really like that. If that's the case, let's share contacts. We're exchanging numbers? Jean can take you into town while I wait here. I'll give you a call once your car's in the shop. Oh, I forgot he was a mechanic. You nod, reading out your phone number to him. He jots down his number on a slip of paper and hands it to you. Do not lose that damn paper, girl. They both offer to help move your things to Jean's car. Everything gets loaded in his back seat in no time. I'll see you later, Kai. Stay safe out there. Kai gives him the same salute from earlier and waves him off. Just as you reach the passenger side door, Jean's right there to open the door for you. Gentlemen. You mumble your thanks and get in, feeling a bit flustered. Jean gets into his side as soon as you properly buckled in. All set? You double check your seatbelt before giving him a nod. He turns on the radio to some popular station you've heard of and peels off into the road. The windows are slightly rolled down and you get that lovely breeze you were enjoying earlier. It's almost as if nothing happened and you're back on the road, headed to your hometown. That is, until you hear James humming slowly pick up in volume from beside you. You glance over at him as he continues to hum along, tapping his fingers on the steering wheel. He notices you start staring and jolts. Clearing his throat, his cheeks look just the tiniest bit red. Sorry, force of habit. I'm used to driving alone, so I ended up doing what I usually do to pass time. No, it's okay. By the way, you and Kai seem to know each other pretty well. Do you know each other from work or... You can say that. I'm usually sending my patrol car to him for tune-ups or repairs. Or are you a police officer? Sheriff, actually. He is a sheriff? It's a bit different from a police officer. I won't get into it though. I wouldn't want you falling asleep on me. I mean, if you're up for answering some things, I've got a question or two. Really? Ask away then. How long have you been a sheriff? Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a bit young to be a sheriff. Jean chuckles and shakes his head. I only take that as a compliment, actually. It's been about 2 years since I accepted the role. I'm 27, by the way. I can see the question on your face. That's incredible. I can barely get up in the morning sometimes. That's normal. Don't worry. It's because my father was a prior sheriff. His smile dims a little. You decide to say something to move on. Then I guess the city's in safe hands. You've been a real lifesaver. Jean blinks in surprise at the statement, but relaxes into a warmer smile once more. Nepo, baby. Well, I promise you that you'll be safe while you're in town. Sheriff's honor. Well, if the sheriff himself says so, I'll make sure to find you if I run into any problems. That's what I'm here for. I doubt you end up in any trouble. Unless you are a troublemaker, that is. A troublemaker, he says. I need a lawyer present to answer that. All I ever gotten was a speeding ticket. Do I look like a troublemaker? I need a lawyer present to answer that. I'll have you know I'm a law-abiding citizen. Although, if you want any info out of me, I'll need to phone a lawyer first. We're such a flirt. He laughs heartily, followed by a small snort. I'm being serious. Your grin is giving you away clear as day. I'll take your word for it. I doubt you'll be able to hurt a fly, let alone do anything illegal. Both of you fall into a bunch of different conversations as the radio continues playing softly in the background. The sun is higher up in the sky now, floating in a sea of clear blue. You pass by a slightly fading sign that reads "Welcome to Bryan Bay" before Jean makes a right. The car slows down a bit just as it enters the town streets. What a cute town! Buildings varying in sizes and colours surround you. The backdrop of the ocean in the distance is breathtaking. There aren't as many people as you're used to seeing. The morning work crowd is waiting for a bus while some go on foot. Everyone seems to be going at their own pace, and it isn't in a rush of scrambling to get somewhere. It's a good change of pace when it's coastal and cozy energy. The town feels like it's just barely getting up along with its citizens. Here we are. Welcome to Bryan Bay. I've been meaning to ask, but we're going to rush to head to CSV? Not really. I counted for a pit stop and sightseeing. Why? Well, since you're here and need to wait for Kai, why not do some of that? It's not a huge town, but it has plenty to do if you look around. There's the arcade, plenty of places to eat, or maybe the beach. The sound of your luggage being jostled makes you look at the back seat. I'd love to, but maybe I should find some place to put my stuff down first. Somewhere I can stay a night or two would be nice. I know just the place. It's called the Coral Inn, and it's a great rest spot. The one who runs it is an old friend of mine. Just a fair warning, he's not exactly the receptive towards tourists or unfamiliar faces, but he's a nice guy. Isn't it bad for business, since he's running an inn? Gene shakes his head, huffing out of a fond laugh. You think that, but he makes it work. The car turns into a smaller street and approaches a parking lot. Oh, it's so cute! You look past the lot to see a pleasant two-story building painted white with light teal roofing. Gene parks in a spot near the main entrance and shuts off the engine. You unbuckle your seatbelt and crack open the door, getting ready to step out to grab your luggage.
Hey.
Let me help you with that. He's quick on his feet, hopping out of the car before he can utter a word. At his insistence, he carries your luggage for you as you two walk into the lobby. It has a bit of a chic flair alongside the cozy vibe, with framed photos of runway designs all along the walls. Speaking of, you walk up to check-in desk where a man is idly flipping through a fashion magazine. Dante, how's business been? Dante looks up and sees his reading down, a smirking forming on his lips. He seems like a big boy. Like usual, he turns to you and greets you with the same laid-back smile. Welcome to Coral Inn. The name's Dante. We're not a bed and breakfast, in case you're wondering. He's an old friend of mine from high school and manager here. This is DARZZIE. She got into some car trouble and needs to stay here for a bit while Kai takes a look at her car. I know it's sudden, but do you think you could do me a favor and try to help her out with her accommodations? I don't know, man. I'm already cutting it close to my margins this bill cycle. Who the fuck says this in front of a customer? Oh, no worries. I have a card so I can pay. The rental company told me I'll be reimbursed for emergency accommodations after my stay, so it's all good. Cool. We've got all the amenities you ever want. Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and running water. Really extravagant stuff. I mean, what else could someone ask for? You'll be surprised. Some clientele really like glitz and glamour but don't have enough to cough up for hotels in the next town. Hell, one guy wanted a personal sauna and jacuzzi, almost laughed in his face. A ringtone interrupts your conversation and Gene takes out his phone, excusing himself to answer it. Well, that about covers it. Would you like a room? I would like to see your face. Yes, please. You hand him your card and he starts tapping away at his keyboard. He prints out a form for you to sign, handing you back your card along with a room key. You're all set. Have a nice stay. They just fucking edged us. He seems to really want to get back to his magazine because the moment he finishes, he picks it back up, flipping until he reaches a certain page. You thank him and head over to Gene. It sounds like he's finishing up the call as he hangs up the moment you walk beside him. He turns to you and smiles even though there's a pinch to his brows now. His shoulders look just as tense as his jaws, so you give him a worried look. Is everything okay? Oh yeah, nothing to worry about. I'm sorry, but I have to leave earlier than I wanted to. That was from the station. I need to book back there before something. Oh, that's fine. I'm sure we'll see each other again at some point. We will. I'll make sure to drop by if I can. Try to enjoy your stay while you're here. Make sure not to get too cozy though. Crazy though. Bye Timu, enjoy work. You wave at him as he rushes towards the entrance. Dante shouts a farewell to him and just like that, he's gone. Well, time to get settled. We don't know this mystery man. Okay, not too shabby. Not too shabby room. The room following the theme of Brian Bay is also cozy and inviting. It's nothing too luxurious, but you find yourself becoming pretty attached to the vibe of this place. The bed looks so soft and comfortable, but you resist the temptation of flopping down on it. You know if you put your head down, you're going to pass out for God knows how long. This is nice. I would have looked into staying here if I knew about this place. You set the luggage down by the door with a loud thunk. After spotting an outlet, you quickly fish out the charging cable to plug into your phone. While I wait for that to charge, I should look around the room, maybe even try to get more comfortable. Ooh! I can decorate! Stardew Valley? Ooh, stop it right now. This game has options. Oh my god. That looks like Silas. That looks like Silas. I'm keeping it. Oh, I'm not done. Oh shit. Oh! No thoughts, head empty. Please, Kai. He's so cute. Save. But I want to decorate my room. Kai, what's up? Wait, I want to decorate my room. Hey there, just wanted to let you know your car's safe and sound at the shop now. Also, just checking, how have things been for you? Guys, I wanted to decorate my damn room. Help. Oh, good to hear. I'm going to text you the address pin for the shop. Great. It's about a 15-minute walk from where you are, but I like to explain in person and also have you sign some forms. Sounds fun as hell, I know, but it's Bargain Will's policy. He's so cute. That's okay with me. I'll be there in a bit. You hang up and instantly hear the chime of a few new texts. I want to decorate. So because I missed out on decorating, we are going to redecorate this, and I just want everyone to reimagine my room looking like this, okay? I really want a clock. Wait, the strawberry clock is cute. No, the tulip. Or the flower. No, I'm gonna do tulip. The tulip is cute. Actually, no, I'm gonna do strawberry because it matches. It matches with the flowers. Oh, above the bed. Polaroids is cute. Ooh. I think I'm gonna go for lights, honestly. Oh, sheets. How cute. Okay, I'm gonna do strawberries. Oh, wait, the flannel. Oh, wait, no, cottage. I think I'm gonna do cottage vibes. I love pink and green, or peachy, pink green. The plushies! Capybara, chickadee. Wait, can we not have all? I love my plushies. Okay, side table. Ooh. Oh, I think I might. Ooh. The candles are cute. I might do the candles actually. Shelf. Books. Controller. Oh, I love the star. Ooh. Succulent. I think I might do the books, to be honest. Oh, actually, I might do the, no, I'll do the books. I'll do the books. Keychain. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I'm definitely doing the Tamagotchi. Are you joking? We're definitely doing Tamagotchi. How cute. Okay, then we have mirror. Oh, this is so whimsy. I'm gonna do the vines. Stunning. Oh, the carpet. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, the froggy. Wait, this is so freaking cute. I'm tossing between the daisy. I think I might do the daisy. Okay, this is my room. This is how it's supposed to look every time, okay, guys? This is how it's supposed to look. You hang up and instantly hear the chime of a new text. It's a dress pin along with a thumbs up emoji. You get up and set your phone map and head out. Okay, but... Oh. I'm sad that I can't edit my room again. Dante looks up from his magazine as soon as you enter the lobby. How's the room? Everything to your liking? For sure, it's really nice and I wish I could stay longer. He smiles and leans back against his chair, looking pleased at your enthusiastic response. Can we get a reveal, please? Glad to hear. Let me know if you need anything. Oh, the Stardew Valley poster. I love that. I feel like all cozy gamers, the moment they see Stardew Valley, they're like, I'm sold. I love it. Well, gee, thanks again for the help and warm welcome. Jean mentioned that Dante can be a little standoffish with guests, but I haven't gotten that vibe at him at all. Let's try to keep it that way though. We don't want that to accidentally get on his bad side while staying here. Don't mention it. Go on and have fun exploring. Are we ever going to see this man's face? You wave at him and take your leave. Ooh, you haven't been to many auto shops, but them's the breaks. The name of the shop is Them's the Breaks. Has a certain charm to it. The smell of motor oil and rubber is strong but not bearable. I forgot how hot he is. Kai greets you at the garage entrance, wringing his fingers clean into a towel as he takes you over to what you can only assume is a reception area. He leans back against one of the I can't speak. He leans back against one of the workbenches, arms crossed over his chest. Kat, I appreciate you. Thank you for the look. I hope you've been doing well. Happy Thursday to you. Maybe it's because he's not in LA. Oh, maybe. That's rude. I would totally bang a receptionist. You can take a seat wherever you like. So he says, but the only options available to you are what looks like a well-worn couch and one of the lopsided stools in the garage. You shake your head. Suit yourself. So, I've got some good news for you. Looks like it really is just an alternator issue, so it's not too bad of a fix. Bad news is that it's not going to be an easy thing to get. What do you mean? We can't just, I don't know, go buy one? In theory, yeah. In practice, he's so cute. I'll need to get it from a dealer. It's a rental, so it's complicated. I have to go through bargain wheels and then they've got to reach out to the nearest dealer, and it wouldn't be really a priority since they wouldn't exactly be making money off of it. You're joking. The sympathetic expression on his face tells you he very much isn't. Give it or take it a few days before I can get the alternator in my hands. A few days? Hi, Kia. We got some hotties on the screen. Sorry, that's how it kind of goes. But once I get it, it should be pretty quick and you'll be able to get out of here in no time flat. And he's got a really playful voice. It's just, we've got partial VA. That's not exactly the news I wanted to hear, but it's not the worst thing, you suppose. You get to stay at the nice inn a little longer. Maybe this is all some elaborate twist to get me to make some summer memories here? I tried calling them earlier, but corporates, well, speak of the devil. Hang out for a second in case they've got questions. As Kai disappears into the garage, you start to think about your next step. Now that you have at least a few days of free time, what will you do with it? Ooh, meet someone special, spend time relaxing, see what this town has to offer. It's like what Jean said earlier. This town seems to have plenty to do if you look in the right places. Why not take time to explore? You're definitely curious about what you might come across. The possibilities are endless, and I've always wanted to just explore a new city, so why not start with Byron Bay? Before long, Kai returns with a clipboard and a handful of forms that get crushed against a pen he's holding. Alright, so give me your initials here and here, signature here, and it will keep you liability free as a renter. After a quick review to make sure the legalities all holds up, the paperwork is completed and hastily faxed away. That's about all I can do for you now. Just kind of waiting game. Did Jean help you out? Yeah, he pointed me in the right direction of an inn. Coral? That's the one. Guess I should do my part. You hungry? Is he taking us out on a date? I was about to grab something to eat before they called in the cavalry. Come on. He doesn't wait for an answer, but he does wait for you by the door. The sign still flipped to say open. Don't need to change that? Nah, I need maybe 10-15 minutes tops. Don't you get indigestion? All the time. As he pulls down the shutters, a little breath of a laugh manages to escape. The garage is swiftly locked and he guides the two of you onto the sidewalk. Just walking you there and I'll have to head back. Can't too long of a detour. Cars wants me, something needs me. I need you. We can grab something together next time, yeah? When I've got someone else around to mind the garage while my dad's out of town. You walk into the diner besides Kai, the smell of fresh coffee instantly hitting you alongside a gust of freezing air conditioning. I love the smell of coffee. Hi Jade, welcome in. Hello, hello. It's a quaint little place, but judging by the amount of customers, a popular one. Ooh, it's vibey. One of the servers walks over, greeting you cheerfully with a bright smile. Welcome, come on in. His polite smile falters when his eyes lands on Kai, but only for a moment before stretching into a warmer, genuine grin. He's so cute! Oh my god, is he an ally? Has he got the trans flag? Kai, what trouble are you bringing in today? Good trouble, probably. Kai nudges you playfully. The familiarity between the two gives you an immediate sense of ease. This is Darzie, new customer, new tourist, new friend. Nice to meet you, Darzie. Chris. Kai rests his elbow on the counter, half leaning against it as he jerks thumb back in Chris's direction. Finest chef this side of downtown. Oh, he's a chef! And a Pokemon enthusiast, you're right! Chris gives Kai an appraising look, raising an eyebrow. Thanks, that's suspiciously high praise. You two know each other, I take it? Yeah, you could say that. Known you, what, 10 years now? How old are you again? We're the same age, Kai, but yeah, just about. Why? Wanted to see if I could shamelessly ask you to spot me a free meal. Chris' cheeks turn pink as he crosses his arms over his chest, trying to hide his smile behind a huff. You could try. He flashes Chris a cheeky grin, leaning forward on both his elbows. Kai rests his head on his hands and it's obvious, even at a glance, that Chris isn't entirely put out by the question. Look at him! How can you deny this man? How about if I hit you with a pretty please? That worked on me last week. Kai, she's 12. And? He's trying to pull what a 12-year-old can do. Fine. You heard the man. Order whatever you want, Darzie. Morning's been rough on her. Car troubles. Chris gives you a sympathetic look. You respond with a small smile and a shrug. I'm sorry to hear about that. Are you doing okay? Nothing a full stomach can't help. Glad to hear. It's on Kai's tab, so feel free to order as much as you like. Hold on now. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Chris huffs again, smiling fondly at Kai's played-up nervous grin. He grabs a menu, gesturing you to follow him. Kai relents with a finger salute as his other hand reaches for the door. Don't be a stranger. Also in the future, if you tell him Kai sent you, he'll give you 3 orders of hash browns on 1 big plate. I'll keep that in mind. Don't knock until you try it. Go back to work. I'm going. Chris happily waves and you toss him a quick thanks before he leaves. You sit down in a booth near the counter. Your stomach decides to make its hunger known with a loud rumble. Chris, the kind soul, only lets out a small laugh as your cheeks burn. I'll give you a minute to look over the menu, then I'll be right back to take your order. All our portions are pretty big. You definitely won't be leaving hungry. He leaves you to sit as you open the menu, turning around to check up on several tables, grab empty drink glasses, and keep light conversation. Somehow he makes it look effortless. For all the stress of today, you feel like you can finally relax, slumping into the airy booth seat. Let's see. What do we want? We've got French toast, fish and chips, club sandwich, garden salad, or Kai's special. Is Kai's special the hash browns? I'm tossing up between Kai's special or fish and chips. Kai's specials it is. You said you'd consider it. Honestly, a plate full of carbs does sound pretty great right now. I think it is the hash browns. You call Chris over once you've decided. A smile tugs at the corner of his lips and his nods, as he nods. As you wait, your gaze starts trailing around the diner. Other servers are quickly going back and forth to different tables every few minutes. Some tables are filled with lively families of all ages. Others have quieter single occupants sipping coffee while scrolling on their phones. Many customers seem well acquainted with each other as they pass by booths, greeting one another warmly. There are a few that stand out way too much to be locals. Then again, it is summer break, so you aren't surprised to see tourists around here. And here we are! Chris appears out of nowhere with your plate, smiling down at you. He places it in front of you with a smooth, practiced motion. You start to dig into your food, humming in delight at the delicious flavors hitting your tongue, but stop when you see Chris slide into the seat across from you. Oh! He puts his chin in his hand. His eyes twinkle with genuine curiosity that reminds you of an eager puppy.
Go on. Don't mind me.
He's so cute! Okay. You can't really complain considering he did get you a free meal, but this is certainly a new dining experience. Not that I mind, but do you always sit down to watch your customers eat? He's so cute. He laughs, to sound light and charming. Up close, you can see a splattering of freckles across his cheeks.
No, not usually. But Kai's told me to look out for you, so that's what I'm doing.
He's a cutie pie. I can't stay alone, but the part-timers can handle things until it's time for me to get back to the kitchen at least. You take a tentative second bite of your food. For all their teasing, it seems he and Kai are pretty close if he's actually doing this. Or maybe that's just how people are here. Jean and Kai were extremely friendly in their own right too. Is everyone here this friendly? I appreciate the warm welcome. Is everyone here this friendly? Not that I'm ungrateful for the treatment so far, but is everyone in Brian Bay this nice?
I'd say so. It's not a big city, so pretty much everyone knows each other.
He is so cute. I've heard that line in horror movies way too many times. Seems a little suspicious to me. Chris laughs again, his eyes crinkle with mirth as he grins. Promise just a standard run of the mill, city in the middle of the nowhere friendliness. We're too boring to have some dark secret. His head jerks up at the sound of the bell at the counter ringing.
Sorry, I've got to get back to work. It was nice hanging out with you. Make sure to tell me how the food was later, alright?
Oh, and as promised, it's on me this time. Just close out the tab at the counter whenever you're done. He stands from the table, drumming his fingers on its surface as he leaves. I will, thanks. And like that, he's gone, his strawberry blonde hair bouncing as he rushes to the counter to greet customers. You turn back to your plate to dig in. The food's delicious, and as Chris said, the serving size is way more than enough. Before you know it, half of the meal is gone. You lean back against the booth with a full and happy stomach. After giving yourself a moment to relax from the meal, you get up to head over to the counter for a box. It'll make for a great dinner later on at least. You notice Chris there holding a to-go bag and chatting with someone. You know I love my silver-haired man. And you know I love a mysterious-looking man who don't look happy. His soft white hair is the first thing that catches your eye. He looks a bit uncomfortable as he stiflingly stands there with a hand on his neck. He doesn't meet Chris's gaze either. What are they feeding these villagers? I don't know, but they're fucking hot. They're feeding them good meat. Meaty good meat. It's good to see you, Vince. His name is Vince. How's your practice going? Vince lets out a small sigh while rubbing his neck.
The day's barely started.
I know, but I figured I'd ask and check on you. A customer nearby calls for Chris. He puts a bag down onto the counter and offers a quick wave. Sorry, I've got to go enjoy your food. Vince gives a small wave back, watching Chris dash away. He lets out another small sigh and turns to reach for the bag. That's when his eyes meet yours. He freezes up, looking a bit startled at your presence. His mouth opens and closes a few times. He looks like he wants to say something, but is having a hard time deciding. I should probably say something so it doesn't get too awkward, right? Girl, what are you gonna say? Introduce yourself. You give him your best charming smile. Hey there, my name's DARZZIE. I'm sort of acquainted with Chris, and it's my first time at this diner. I just had a really great lunch thanks to him. Are you a regular here? Whatever you order smells amazing, by the way. Vince stares in surprise at your sudden introduction. But you must have done something right, judging... Look at his smile! Look at his smirk! You must have done something right, judging by his body relaxes a bit, his tense expression easing into an awkward smile.
Hello, I'm Vince. I wouldn't call myself a regular, but that guy, Chris, he usually greets me around this time of day.
Is he a shy boy? So I guess I kind of am. I think you can kind of tell that I'm a new visitor to Brian Bay. I ran into some rental car trouble, so I'm waiting for that to get fixed.
That sounds difficult. I'm sorry that happened.
It's okay. I've decided to make the best of my time here and take a proper look. I just want to. I just want him. I need him. I want to know more. Actually, I was wondering if you had any recommendations for me. Are there any spots you like to go to often? I like the beach. I spend most of my time there feeding the crabs. He likes crabs. That's the first time I've heard that. What do you feed them? Usually pieces of meat from my meal. I tear up some chicken or beef and they really enjoy it. Crabs with knives. I'll be honest, I never expected crabs to like meat. They do. Not only that, but they enjoy eating dead bodies of other animals. Oh. I love my troubled man. He says the fact with such enthusiasm. You're taking it back for a bit. Without him noticing, he's gotten closer to you with his hands moving animatedly as he talks. Your expression must have been more extreme than you thought because Vince turns bright pink and takes several steps back. I mean, crabs are scavengers. It's not like they specifically look forward to eating dead bodies. And if you think about it, we also do too, considering we eat stuff like burgers and fried chicken. Bless. He rambles on while looking down at his feet, becoming more and more embarrassed. His mouth starts to shut and hunches over slightly, trying to look as small as possible. He's awkward.
Sorry. I'll be going now.
Oh no, don't leave. Before you can get a word in, he dashes over to the door. Vince, don't forget your food. Chris comes up from behind you with a hand on his hip. Vince freezes. He's already halfway through the door, standing there awkwardly for a few seconds. He slowly turns back around, trudging back to the counter with his gaze glued to the floor. He silently grabs the bag and takes his leave again, stiff as a board. You hear Chris let out a soft sigh. He turns to you, meeting your gaze. Is everything okay? I think so. We were talking about crabs, but I think I might have spooked you. No, I think you're fine. Sorry for leaving you two like that. Please, don't take it to heart, by the way. Vince is just a bit... Well, he's not a bad guy. All you can do is nod. He definitely didn't give off any weird or bad vibes. Chris helps you close your tab. He also hands you a pamphlet with a diner's address and number on it. Keep this on you. If you ever need a hearty meal and a place to relax, you're always welcome to a cup of joe. It was nice meeting you and I hope to see you again. You thank him with a warm smile, waving goodbye. Once you leave the diner, you notice the sun a lot higher in the sky now. You briefly check your phone and it's just turned noon. With a full stomach and lighter mood, you decide to walk off your meal by getting a general look around your surroundings. The city has several places of interest you might check out later. There's an arcade, theatre, community centre, and other entertainment spots. You walk past a group of people holding bags and baskets full of fresh produce. One woman carefully balances a stunning bouquet of sunflowers in one arm and a bushel of roses in the other. You turn to find the general direction of where they came from. It looks like they might be something worth visiting. There are rows of stores lined up with all sorts of different handmade goods and produce being sold. I love the art in this game and the locations. They've done such a good job. From the looks of it, you stumbled into a bustling farmer's market. You decide to follow the crowd, walking down the road between the stores. Cheerful voice. You can do it, honey. We just need a few more things and then we're good to go. More? I thought that was the last of it. You watch as couple struggles to pull a handcraft filled to the brim with fruits and vegetables. The one not pulling half is putting her hands on her hips and offers to take her partner's place. Shani takes a couple of steps forward before coming to a complete stop, cheeks red and out of breath. Hey, watch out for the equipment. You jolt quickly, move out of the way as a new voice pops up in front of you. A quick sweep of your surroundings shows a single tripod standing at least at arm's length away. Perched on top of it is a sleek black digital camera that looks like it costs more than a month's worth of rent. He clears his throat, and you turn on your heels, coming face to face with a man bearing a menacing glare. The man shakes his head as if you knocked over the gear. Oh, is that it? I'm not that close to it, but you're getting close, and that's close enough. It's important. His arms are crossed tightly over his chest, tapping a foot impatiently. He looks like he's about to continue his scolding session with a vengeance. This guy screams trouble, and maybe even a possible street fight if things go south. You mumble an apology before quickly turning to leave. In your hurry, you actually bump into something this time with a loud crushing sound. Crumbs sprinkle over you on the floor. You look up to see a woman holding what used to be an intact box of crisp cookies. She's also covered in cookie debris, staring blankly at the mess between you two. I'm sorry. Your apology is cut short when she heaves a heavy sigh and puts both hands up in front of her. It's fine, it was on company card, it's fine. You can't even get a word in as she speed walks away, all the while murmuring something under her breath. That sure was something. You're left dumbfounded, covered in cookie crumbs. You take a moment to recollect yourself before starting to brush them off.
Are you doing okay? That was a pretty messy accident. I've got a towel if you need it.
Who is this? Oh, he's an artist! Oh, he's so beautiful and hot. You look behind you, finding a man casually leaning over his easel with a clean towel in one of his hands. I love him. I love him. Did you see all of that? He gives you a bemused smile, gesturing for you to come over. Sure did. I'm pretty sure everyone that wasn't busy witnessed that. But let's get you out of the lane before another accident happens. He extends a towel towards you and you take it with a grateful nod. As you start to wipe away the rest of the crumbs, he turns back to his easel. He starts scratching away with a black crayon and a sketchpad. You're not from around here, huh? Was it that obvious? Every local knows not to get distracted in farmers markets. It's a war zone out here if you're not careful. Well, I think I've learned my lesson very clearly now. He chuckles at your dry tone and puts the crayon down.
It might not have been the best experience, but I've got to thank you for being my newest muse.
Newest muse? Picks up the sketch pad, turning it to show you. It's messy but adorable portrait of you covered in crumbs. The style reminds you of something you've seen before, but you can't put a name to it. This is so cute. I definitely don't look that adorable while I've got this mess on me, but thanks.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
He smiles sheepishly and tears off the sheet to hand to you.
Here, I want you to have this. I hope it might cheer you up a bit after the cookie incident.
He's so polite and such a gentleman when he speaks, but his voice is so scrumptious. Oh my god! He makes air quotes with his fingers at the last part, and a laugh bubbles up from you. Thanks, I'm glad I was some form of entertainment to the locals. Hey, so we're getting married, truly. You notice a small signature on the top right corner of the paper. It reads A. Mitchell in a similarly messy hand. His hair. Oh my god, his hair. What's the A stand for?
It's Andrew, actually. Andrew Mitchell. Feel free to just call me Andrew.
I'm so sorry I interrupted. Oh my god, Andrew. Okay. Well, you're a great artist, Andrew. I'm DARZZIE. Is this something you do for a living? His eyes widen at first, but he laughs it off softly and shakes his head. Nope, I'm glad you think I'm good enough to earn a living off it, but I work over there. He points at a bookstore several shops. An artist and a man that likes to read? Oh my god, you've got to be joking. He is perfect. How about I call you mine? I run Book Hook most of the time, but I like to take a break every once in a while. Oh, actually, I'm here trying to advertise the event happening at my shop tomorrow. He owns the bookstore too. What's it for? It's a promotion for the 25th anniversary of the official release of Trials of Tempest. I've got a new reprint coming to my shelves soon. I figured it would be a good way to get people to stop by the shop. Now that he mentions it, his style is reminiscent of the original book cover art series. You glance down at the other sketches he's taken out of the sketch pad that are laid around his feet. They all bear a similar look to them design-wise. He's clearly inspired by the art of the trials with its unique light hand strokes and cross-hatch shading. His personal twist uses crayon, giving it a chalky outline to everything. I really like this series. Oh, no wonder your art style seemed familiar. I read a lot from this series growing up. If I get a chance, I'll try to stop by and take a look around. Andrew blinks owlishly at your response. He glances down at his easel, brushing his hands over his lap. He takes a moment to collect himself before turning to fish a flyer out of the tote bag by the foot of his easel. That'll be great, honestly. Thanks for offering to visit. If you want to chat again, you can walk right in or call the store. The address and numbers on the flyer. Oh my... Hello? A loud bang of what sounds like fireworks startles you both. You turn your head to where the sound came from and notice a large crowd gathering around something nearby.
Ah,
Looks like the afternoon show's about to get started. Oh, huh. Do you know what it's about? The local theatre company Real Dramatics hosts an annual fundraiser talent show every summer. You don't have to be in the company to participate, by the way. Locals can sign up and give it a go. I volunteer, but I don't think anyone wants to watch a guy paint for over an hour. Trust me, the performances are something you don't want to miss. That sounds really exciting. I have to go check that out. Thanks again for the towel and the flyer. I should get going. No worries. Keep heading east and you'll end up at the beach. Got it. I'll see you around. He waves at you as you make your way down the street towards the beach. You arrive to find a crowd gathering by a stage. Music starts to blast on the speakers with a super lively and catchy tune. The symphony of electric guitar, piano and drums has everyone bopping their heads and clapping along with the beat. You want to get a better view, so you make your way through the crowd, looking up at the stage when the crowd starts to cheer. Look at the sunset! It's so pretty! Oh! Hot rocker boy! Oh my! He's giving Zorro. He's giving Zorro from One Piece. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. 3 people strut up on that stage. The man in the middle is hard to miss with that electrifying green hair and his dark tank top that shows off his fit body. He blows a kiss and you hear a swarm of fans squeal with glee. Look at him looking at us! Somehow you find yourself front and center of the crowd. You lock eyes with the main singer. He smoothly slides across the stage with quick and graceful footwork as he sings along with 2 backup singers behind him. And they say he's the Rizzler with the most rizzleable. The lyrics sound unfamiliar. You definitely haven't heard of this song before. It seems like everyone else has, judging by their excitement. It's new to you, but you find it pretty catchy. You start bobbing your head along with the beat. Oh my god! You start as the main singer hops off the stage and waltzes through the audience. He does amazing crowd work as high-fives people, waves at them, winks, and occasionally stops to make them sing along in the mic. That's when he locks eyes with you again amidst the throng of adoring fans. He smoothly makes it over to you, never missing a beat as he does. The crowd naturally parts to give him room to approach you. Instead of extending the mic to you, he continues to sing into it and waltzes in a circle around you. What? Is he a fucking peacock? You know when peacock dances for their mate? Is it a mating call? Is this a fucking mating call? He does a twirl before landing a dramatic stance, sending you a wink and a striking finger gun pose. Oh my god, he's got Caleb on him too. He's got Caleb in him as well. Jesus fucking Christ. It's giving passion overload. You can't help but laugh at the cheesy yet charming move. The crowd seems to eat it up too as they whistle and holler. Your spotlight moment ends as soon as he steps away and he moves to another person nearby. He does this with a couple more people before he leaps back onto the stage. The music swells as he stands and the backup singers all strike a unique pose at the final note. A flash of sparkles rains from the stage to finish the show. Livy, same.
Thank you! My name's Kevin Zuno, and these 2 awesome performers with me are Zoe and Mika.
He sounds like he belongs in an anime. thought he was gonna say Kevin Zorro. I heard the Z. I'm like, Real Dramatics annual summer talent show fundraiser wouldn't be possible without you all to support. An extra big shout out to our lovely fans that came today. He throws a deadly combo of a wink and a kiss to the crowd below, swarms of fans waving posters and signs with Kevin's face on them and shriek and jump happily. These funds will go to our community theatre to keep everything up and running. Not only that, it'll keep our class prices low and help fund performances abroad. He makes a grand sweeping gesture at the booths on either side of the stage. If you're interested in donating, please check out the booths after the show. Go run to that booth. Run. Now that's out of the way, give it up for our next act. We've got some wicked breakdancers ready to flex their skills. Applause roars from the crowd once more before Kevin bows and leaves the stage. You watch him move through the throng of people and to your complete surprise, heads straight for you. He stops in front of you, giving you a sheepish grin.
Hey there! Thanks for watching our show. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, I wanted to say thanks for being such a good sport while I was doing crowd work.
Sorry that put you on the spot though, you are a natural.
You might have heard earlier, but I'm Kevin. What's your name?
Oh. I did, but it's nice to meet you again. I'm DARZZIE. And I really liked the performance, yeah. It's my first time at such a high energy talent act. Kevin smirks, tucking his thumb and finger under his chin.
Well, you are talking to one of Brian Bay's biggest stars.
It's only natural that my fans will come out to support me. Oh wow, really? Nah. His smirk widens at your blank stare. But I do have a decent following. I'm a pretty big deal in the online theatre scene. Oh really now? Or are you bluffing again?
Hey!
He is flirty! This time it's for real. I've got at least 10,000 followers on here. He takes his phone out and rapidly taps away on the screen before you can get a word in he faces towards you. A muted video is playing on the screen, showing various cuts of him performing on different stages. You note the amount of likes and comments in the video. He definitely isn't lying about his popularity at least. You mentally jot down his username, Daryl Kev, to look up later.
Careful now. He'll scroll on his page for hours if you don't stop him.
Who is this? Who are you? Kevin and you look up from his phone to find a man standing a few feet away. He could easily be mistaken for a model with his looks. Long, wavy light brown hair frames a handsome face, and thin framed glasses do nothing to hide his pretty brown eyes.
Oh?
Well, if he isn't my biggest fan, I didn't know the mayor of Brian Bay had the time to visit a humble performer like me. Kevin makes a grand show of greeting him with a deep bow. Oh my god, he's so hot. This man's cheeks tinge pink as he coughs into his fist. Call him out. Judging by the other man's reaction, you know Kevin's joking around again. You don't want to make the guy feel awkward, so you decide to point out the obvious. Yeah, right. I'm sure he's exactly what you say he is, coming from Brian Bay's biggest star.
Please, ignore him. I could never be the mayor, really.
My family just happens to be quite involved with the local development of Brian Bay. We owe some real estate. It's nothing to brag about, but let's move on from that. Well, I'll be honest, when Kevin said you were the mayor, I already knew he was bluffing.
Oh, what gave it away?
His voice! I doubt any mayor dresses that fashionably. He runs a hand through his hair before flipping it elegantly. You have a good eye. Perhaps I should wear khakis next time to properly fool everyone. Father! As if you ever walk out of the house wearing that. I could make it work with a bit of tailoring here and there.
Well.
Anyways, I had a moment to myself after a few meetings, so I decided to come and watch a talent show. But while I was trying to listen to the next act, I couldn't quite pay attention with someone loudly bragging about himself. Really, Kevin, you have plenty of fans already. I'm sure she can be spared. You're just jealous. You don't mind, right? He throws on his best puppy eyes look, and you can't help but snort in response. Kevin sighs dramatically at your lack of agreement. He shrugs with a grin pulling at his lips. Okay, I got the message loud and clear. I'll leave you to be. I've got to head Was his eyes flashing or what happened just then? I've got to head out over to help out the booths anyways. Oh, it's glitched! Enjoy the rest of the show. Hit me up later if you want to talk some more. He's supposed to be blinking. He gives a big bow to you and then blows a kiss to the man. The man rolls his eyes as you wave goodbye. Kevin disappears into the crowd, leaving you two alone. Without Kevin's bubbly energy filling the space, you both fall into a comfortable silence. The next act is mesmerizing to watch as a team of acrobat flips and leaps smoothly across the stage. It amazes me how flexible some people can be. I'm noticing a theme with visual novels. They really do like it when people are flexible. You can say that again. My bones creaks every time I get up from my chair. He snorts, his shoulders slightly shaking from the trying not to laugh out loud as you grin at him. You somehow end up making brief commentary here and there with him on different performances. You don't even notice how fast time goes by until the last act finishes and you see the theatre company's directors on stage. He quickly introduces himself before thanking everyone for their attendance and donations. You clap along with everyone as the theatre crew takes a bow. The director bids everyone a good night, signaling the end of the show. People begin dispersing and leaving the venue as the sun starts to set, tinting everything with a soft orange glow. The town this year was even better than last. What did you think of it as a newcomer? I really enjoyed it. I definitely think I need something like this to start off my vacation right. I wish I'd been here last year too if that's how every talent show goes. If anything, I'm glad my car decided to break down in the city of all places. I think there's plenty of interesting things that will keep me busy here. His brows furrow and he offers a sympathetic smile.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear about that. I thought it said, where are you dying from? Where are you driving from?
Wait. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I never even introduced myself properly this whole time.
Yes, you are right. We're waiting.
My name is Wyatt. Usually I'm on top of things like this, but I suppose I had a few very good distractions keeping my mind busy.
Oh. He really is a gentleman. His lips pull into a flirtatious smile and leans in closer. He extends a hand out to you and you feel a bit flustered at the direct eye contact.
Well,
I'm a busy manager first and foremost, but I do dabble here and there depending on my interests and whenever I have time. Oh. You shake his hand, surprised at how soft and gentle his skin feels. Then again, everything about the man screams luxury, so you're not surprised he has a good skincare routine. He hands you a light beige business card embossed with thin gold borders and floral details.
Oh.
I don't think I caught your name, I'm sorry. It's Darzie. It's never too late for introductions, I think. It's nice to meet you, Wyatt. Likewise. Mr. Wyatt, there you are! You both look over to find a woman approaching, a big grin on her face. You instantly recognize her from Kevin's performance as one of backup singers, Zoe. She bows in greeting, looking back at Wyatt while practically bouncing with joy. Thank you so much for showing up today. We couldn't have done all of this without your help. We raised enough to meet several of our major funding goals. We're so grateful for you organizing this venue and everything else for us. Wyatt turns to Zoe with a small smile on his lips.
Oh.
There's no need to thank me. Valerie was the one that originated this plan as a pet project. But still, we wouldn't have been able to fully afford the equipment and everything without you two. I'd love to thank Miss Chantel too, but I can't find her. I'm sure she's still around somewhere. I sent her on a quick errand but haven't heard back so far. His eyes widen and he turns back to you. I'm sorry about that. We were in the middle of a conversation. Oh no, it's okay. You seem to have a lot going on, so it's no problem. Oh geez, I'm sorry for cutting into your conversation like that. It's alright, Zoe. I need to find Valerie anyway, so why don't we go together? It was a pleasure talking to you, Darzie. I hope we can talk again sometime. Sure thing. It was nice meeting you. The two leave as Zoe continues to chat happily to a relatively quiet Wyatt. You look around, noticing several theatre crew cleaning the venue. After all that energy, you find yourself a little grateful at the calm and quiet of things settling down for the day. You make a cursory glance around you though. Given how the day's been, you expect another random encounter with someone else. Minutes pass by without anything new. You breathe out a small sigh of relief. Well, I guess that's it for today. Maybe it's time to head back to the inn to rest. You start your trek back while enjoying the sight of the sunset on the horizon and the calm waves gently washing up against the sound. Walking took a little longer than you thought, but thankfully the lovely weather made it pretty enjoyable. Just as you make it back to the inn's parking lot, you notice a familiar car parked by the front. When you get a closer look, you also notice Jean standing by the passenger side quietly talking to someone in the car. And to your surprise, you see Vince, the awkward boy, sitting in the passenger seat looking a bit nervous as he bites his lips. Jean looks up when he hears your footsteps and smiles at you. Hey there, did you have a good day? I think so. I got to meet a lot of new faces today and see some interesting things. Hope you don't mind me asking, but is the passenger in trouble? Is there trouble at the inn? I didn't expect to see you here in uniform. Did something happen at the inn? Jean shakes his head. No, nothing's happened at the inn, don't worry. If anything, Dante usually handles any problem with guests on his own before I get involved. I'm here because I want to check on you. Oh. I was driving Vince back home and figured I'd drop by really quick. You hear a small groan from the open windows. You look over and see Vince sinking into his seat with his hands over his face. Jean glances between you two, slowly raising a brow. He puts a hand on his hip and watches you with a curious twinkle in his eyes. Do you two know each other? You glance back at Vince. He's staring right back at you, looking like a lost puppy. He is so cute. You want to answer for him and help him out, but he heaves a heavy sigh and turns to Jean. Remember what you've been telling me for the past few days about doing the thing? Oh, okay, I see where this is going. I tried doing it today. I tried talking to more people, but I ended up talking about crabs eating dead bodies to DARZZIE, who was just trying to talk to me. So now I'm the goth weirdo that's obsessed with crabs. Not that either are bad, but crabs are great. Being goth is cool too. Oh god, I'm doing it again. He's so awkward. He mumbles an apology behind his hands. Jean snorts before reaching over to give Vince's shoulder a squeeze. Jean leans in closer, his expression softening. Hey, you really did really well. I'm proud of you for trying. Look at him pout. You watch Vince slowly drop his hands to reveal a small hopeful smile pulling at his lips. After they share a little moment together, Jean turns his attention back at you. How are the car repairs going? Both Kai and I have been busy, so I didn't get the chance to ask him. It's going to take a while since we need at least a few days to even get the right parts for the car. Jean's handsome face scrunches into a frown and his shoulders slump with disappointment. I'm really sorry to hear about that. For what it's worth, I'll give you my number in case you need anything while you're stuck here. He pulls out a pen and notepad from his utility belt. Do all the sheriffs just hand this out to anyone? It's my personal work phone, and I think it's always good to have at least one contact to help when you're stranded in some random town. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I feel a bit better knowing you can contact me directly if you need to. Now that sounds kind of ominous. Should I be worried about anything going on in Brine Bay? Jean's eyes widen and he blinks in surprise at the question. He quickly shakes his head. No, it's a great town and fairly safe, I promise. I didn't mean to scare you like that, I'm sorry. I just like to be careful. Never hurts to be vigilant, especially in my line of work. You nod as he tears a page and hands it to you. You glance down reading his number scrawled on top with his name, Sheriff Gene Williams, right underneath. Actually, it doesn't have to be just me and your contacts. Vince has plenty of free time. If you need someone to hang out with, I think he'll be able to make it. Right, Vince? Jean turns to Vince, who rapidly looks between Jean and you like a deer caught in the headlights. He seems to consider it for a bit before he slowly nods. So, should I give you my number or do you give me yours? He pulls out his phone from his pocket then nearly drops it with shaky hands. He murmurs something under his breath, making sure he has a firm grip on this time. His awkwardness is pretty adorable. You definitely wouldn't mind hanging out with him and given the chance. He is so cute! How about I text you instead? He seems to prefer that idea as he quickly nods with a small, thankful smile. Jean grins at your little interaction and straightens his back, looking content with his work. He writes down Vince's number with name Vincent Matador on another page before handing it to you. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I just wanted to check on you before heading home for peace of mind. Again, if you need anything, feel free to call me or text Vince. Good night. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Good night to you too. He circles around the car, getting back in the driver's side. The car starts up and Vince gives you a small wave as they drive away. You head into the inn, finding Dante hunched over his desk, tinkering away at something. He raises his head at your approaching footsteps, nodding when you smile at him. Hey, how's exploring? It went pretty well. I met plenty of people today. Plans have changed. I'll be staying here for at least a few more days. Sure thing. Have your card on file, so I'll just charge it until you check out. Stay as long as you need. The inn's not going anywhere. Great, thanks. Then I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. He murmurs goodnight to you, already engrossed in whatever he was doing before. After a nice long shower, you get into a comfortable pair of pajamas, ready to settle into bed for the night. But before that, you pull out Andrew's drawing of you from your bag and tape it to the wall near your bed. I really did mean when I said he should look into pursuing art for a career. It's super cute and unique. When you're content with the placement, you pull the blankets out and hop into bed. You let a content sigh at the way you sink into the mattress. Now you're all cozy up, you pull out your phone for your nightly bedtime scrolling. But instead of opening up your usual apps, you pull up the contacts list. Today sure was eventful. Look at all these new contacts I have. I'd say the one that was the most memorable meeting was... we get to choose! I am actually really torn between Kai and Andrew. But honestly, for just based off like first impressions, I'm gonna say Kai. Kai was really playful and cute and hot. As much as I do love Andrew and how he's such a gentleman and he's just super polite, cheerful, and has like similar interests, there's just something about Kai. It's thanks to Kai you can rest easy while your car is getting fixed. You admire how he's willing to go through hoops to bargain wheels for your repair. He's a diligent mechanic that does the best he can for his customers. You think back to how the garage was full of cars waiting to be repaired. Not only that, but you recall how he didn't have time to sit down for breakfast. I feel a bit bad for adding more on his plate. I know it's his job, but he really seems like he's handling a lot on his own. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else at the shop to help. I wonder now he's holding up doing everything by himself. Despite all the stress, he seems pretty laid back and likes to joke around, so you wonder if you're worrying for nothing. He seems to be close with Jean and Chris, but his exchange with Chris at the dine-in particularly felt really comfortable. You enjoyed watching them banter a bit. Kai definitely seems like a tease and Chris matches that energy well. They seem to know each other from way back when, given how Kai said he was Chris's favoritist friend. You just know Kai is definitely a nice and chill person to be around, so you're glad you met. You set your phone down, feeling keen of excitement for the next few days. You got to meet quite a diverse cast, so who knows what might happen. With a content sigh, you succumb to sleep and drift into your dreams. Sunday? Oh, there's new days! Who should I talk to today? Oh, we can actually... Oh my god, this is fully interactive. I'm going to the park. I'm curious to know who this is. Birds chirp a cheerful tune in unison above your head as you drag your feet on the sidewalk. There's a few stray joggers across the street loudly chatting with each other as they go. You're not exactly bursting with energy like your surroundings, but you figured some fresh air sounded a lot better than tossing and turning in bed. So here you are, blurry-eyed but basking in a beautiful mild summer morning. Your wandering takes you to a lush green park that's surrounded by well-trimmed trees and bushes with blooming red flowers. Tempted by sweet floral scent, you head inside the park. There might be even a bench to relax on while you take in the lovely coastal breeze. Oh, let go, man. There's so much of Dante, but we still don't know what he looks like. You break into a sprint, panic rising in your chest. Is someone holding him hostage? Is he hurt? God, it's way too early to be a witness to a murder. Dante's sound of struggle led you to another part of the park. Just how big is this place? Quit it, would you? His voice sounds loud and clear right in front of you. Without hesitation, you swing around the corner of a tall shrub about to confront a potential crime scene. You freeze in place with one hand holding your phone, ready to call for help. Except you're not quite sure what you're looking at. Dante is on the floor laying on his stomach, grunting and swearing as he struggles against Jean? He's straddling Dante's legs and keeping his arm locked behind his back. Jean's back is facing you, so he hasn't noticed your heroic entrance. They look like they've been at this for a while. Judging by their heaving chests and sweat-slicked limbs, I missed a boy fight. A rumble. Jean's hair is thoroughly tasseled with stray pieces of grass, and Dante's sticking up in wild angles. He huffs and readjusts his hold on Dante.
Would it kill you to keep it down? People are gonna get the wrong idea.
Now kiss. Well, if your ass stopped holding me down, then I wouldn't have to tell you. Gene shrugs the muscles in his back, flexing clearly on display. Wait, what were you doing again? I won that round fair and square. If you give up, I'll let you go. As if I'm not letting that head of yours getting any bigger. Then I guess you'll just have to stay like this until you do. Maybe someone will come to your rescue if you ask nicely. Like hell I will. Weren't you the one that was worried about someone finding us and getting the wrong idea? And that's your cue. You inch forward with quiet, careful steps until you're close enough for them to hear you. Do you guys need some privacy? Not that you mind the view, but this definitely is something that shouldn't be on display at a public part. You snort as your shoulders shake with laughter. Am I interrupting something, guys? Do I need to give you some privacy? Gene jolts, instantly dropping his tight hold on Dante. His head whips around and his jaw slackens when your gaze meets his. He practically leaps off Dante, who flops onto the grass with a loud grunt. Gene clears his throat frantically, brushing the grass off his clothes and hair. He pulls at his clothes, trying to look as presentable as he can while sweaty and worn out. Speaking of, you notice that Gene's out of uniform. The casual fits looks really good on him, especially since you can see all those muscles on display. Hey, what brings you here this early in the day? I couldn't sleep in anymore, so I decided to take a walk around town again. I happened to be right at the park when I heard Dante yelling, so I rushed over here to see if he needed help. Gene huffs and shakes his head. He crosses his arm and over his chest, looking at you with a fond smirk on his lips. You know, I'm not sure if I should be more impressed or worried that you dove right into possible danger to help someone. Dante slowly drags himself off the floor with a low groan. I don't know, man. I'm hoping I see this guy's face. I'm so hopeful right now. Well, sure and grateful as hell that you did. He stretches his arm right above his head while rolling his head from side to side. His back gives a loud pop, and his arm drops with a sigh of relief. Tell you what, I'll give you a discount for the rest of your stay just for saving me from this asshole. Slay! He trudges over and roughly elbows Gene's side. Gene rolls his eyes, but his smirk widens at Dante's scowl. Thanks for the crick in my neck, by the way. I'm really looking forward to working with all day. Gene tugs his shirt up a bit, show off an impressive bruise growing near the right side of his hip. He also has a really nice set of abs, which totally is important right now. Really? I think we're even now, actually. You look back and forth between the two. So, what were you two doing? I mean, aside from getting sweaty and rolling around the grass together. It was just a morning calisthenics we do whenever we both have time. It's a good way to help stretch our muscles and stay in shape. Just some morning calisthenics, my ass. You knocked me off my feet and held me like that for at least 5 minutes. He jabs a thumb at Gene, who rolls his eyes again at Dante's complaints. You're honestly surprised at Gene's behavior? Considering his first impression, he seemed to have his guard lowered around Dante and is more playful in comparison to his serious sheriff mode. This guy trains himself to stay in shape for his job. What I don't get is him dragging me out to do these training sessions with him. I do them because I'm not on the field all the time. It's good to keep a strong physique and sharp mind just in case. Oh yeah, and what a part of straddling someone and pinning them down is going to be used in your current field work? Gene answers him with a bark of laughter and a shake of his head. You can't help but wonder what these training sessions entail exactly. Can I join? Can I watch? Can I watch? Can I join? Honestly, this looks kind of fun. Could I join? Two completely different reactions show up on the men's faces. Gene's eyes light up as he nods eagerly. Dante scowls as he mouths something to you and mimes his head getting cut off. Gene ignores him and steps up on you. Your heart does a small flip the bright smile he gives you. At this distance, you can feel the warmth from his body and smell hints of several scents. It's mainly grass with something lightly sweet and tropical underneath. Maybe mango?
You don't have to ask me twice. I'll make sure to adjust the sets to match what you're comfortable with.
Oh. Dante scoffs and crosses his arms over his chest. Where the hell was that offer for me? So before I make a workout plan, how's your level of physical activity? I'm bendy and flexible. Oh, true. Maybe it is full game to get the reveal. You offer Dante a shrug and wry smile when he makes an affronted noise at Gene. I'd say I'm in. I say I'm moderately fit. I try when I can. Some weeks are just impossible for me, so I just work out whenever I do have the time and energy. I get it, trust me. My schedule can be a bit sporadic at times, so I struggle on some days too. Don't be hard on yourself for missing days. I've definitely had to give up a few because of my work. You watch as he steps away and stretches his arm in front of him. After a few moments, he releases them and starts to roll his shoulder. He smooths off the taut cord muscles in his arms and chest. He tilts his head and catches your curious gaze. Let's get some stretches in first. Trust me, your body will thank you tomorrow. Oy! What are you suggesting? Yeah, we don't want to have a damn crick in your neck all day. Dante is casually leaning against a tree, arms crossed over his chest. Jean rolls his eyes and an amused smirk on his lips. Good point. Better safe than sorry. Great, I know some good yoga poses that really help. Once Jean deems you ready, he leads you into a few simple yoga poses. He's taking your level of activity to heart, so you haven't felt uncomfortable at all. At the moment you find yourself bent over with your legs straight and your arms hanging in front of you, Jean looks over to check on you and smiles encouragingly. Okay, so from this half-hanging position, we'll go into a downward dog. Ready? Oh yeah, ready. As you follow Jean's instructions, a little idea pops into your head. Maybe this is a good chance to tease him. Who says you can't have a little fun with him? Emboldened by the idea, you stand back up and beckon Jean over with a wave. He raises a curious brow but walks over to you. I was wondering if you could teach me with a hands-on learning experience. It's my first time doing it in this position. Oh, she is brave! To your delight, Jean's cheeks turn bright red at your suggestive wording. He clears his throat and rubs at the back of his neck.
Yeah? Sure, I can help you.
Dante wolf whistles and Jean scowls over him. He's reddening. Should I give you two some privacy now? Jean clears his throat again, turning his back to Dante.
Anyways, let me help you get into position. Is it okay if I touch you?
We love a man of consent. Okay, consent king. You nod, giving him a bright smile. He instructs you to return to the half hang and you feel gentle hesitant hands on your hips. As he guides you in the proper stance, you hear Dante snickering. Jean's hands grow warmer, but you keep quiet, deciding not to tease him too much. After a series of different stretches, you're feeling much more nimble now. Ooh. Both of you straighten your backs, ready for the actual exercises.
Okay, we're all warmed up. Let's...
Sheriff Williams! You look over to see a middle-aged woman standing near the bushes along the border of the park. She's standing awfully tense while wringing her arms. So why don't we take a break here? I'll be back as soon as I can. You nod and he jogs over. Dante appears next to you, giving a worried frown. What's going on? Your guess is as good as mine. A few minutes later, Jean returns with a pinch to his brows.
I'm sorry, but I have to go. It's urgent business, but it's nothing I can't handle. Don't worry.
He seems so upset leaving us. I'm really glad I got to hang out. Let's try to make this a regular thing if we can while you're here. I'll see you around. You bet. Had a lot of fun too. The creases in his frown smooth out minutely. As he smiles softly at you, he waves goodbye to you and Dante before he takes off back to the women. She leads him out of the park and you watch until his figure disappears around the corner. I know you said not to be worried, but what do you think he's going to do? Dante huffs, putting a hand on his hip. Knowing him, probably something not under his job description. Again. Where should I go now? Ooh! Bookstore! On this fine Sunday afternoon, you find yourself making your way towards Book Hook, the town's resident bookstore. Andrew had mentioned that there will be an event going on after all, and it's not often that you happen across bookstores celebrating official release anniversaries. Your curiosity compels you to check it out. Trials of Tempest is pretty popular, I think. I wonder how big the event will be. It's still a Sunday afternoon, sure, and it's probably a pretty small bookstore, but you're still hopeful that there'll be a decent turnout, if only for the sake of Andrew's unconventional but creative advertising methods. Your expectations are immediately proven too low. However, upon your arrival at your destination, a sizable sign board propped up on top of an easel stands pride of place outside the bookstore. The words Trials Tempest 25th Anniversary displayed across it in bold lettering. Artistic swirls and flares adorn the sign in playful splashes. You think you even spot a smiley face. Eee, I'm so happy we get to see him. People bustle in and out of the store in excited streams, some carrying armfuls of what looks to be collector's editions of celebrated series, while others happily clutch small stickers and buttons. There are bright smiles, animated chatter, and cheerful laughter. It's obvious even from outside that event is a hit. Alright, in the fray we go! You square your shoulders and head into the crowd. You barely manage to squeeze inside with all the tumult, but in the end you make it through in one piece. Ooh! You're instantly greeted by a hubbub of sound and activity. Bookshelves have been adorned with colourful paper-cut decorations ranging from streamers to dolls to origami. Small pop-up booths have been squeezed into every available open space. A gaggle of kids clusters together in a reading circle with their parents. The current storyteller is in the middle voicing an angry, huffy warrior, and judging by the children's shrieks of laughter, they're doing an excellent job. However, it's not long before you realise that you're blocking the doorway. You tear your gaze away from the sights and hastily move aside. It's then you see a red blur rushing past you. Andrew, you quickly realise he's carrying a load of cardboard boxes, each precariously stacked on top of one another. Sorry for the wait! He hurries towards one of what looks to be his part-time workers, judging by the cardboard name tag hung around the neck, and lowers himself to hand off one of the topmost boxes. The stack wobbles dangerously as he bends his knees, and the part-timer quickly swipes one from the top of the pile. He moves to rush off, but then a box wobbles and teeters, and you catch a look of almost comical horror in his wide eyes before you dart in to save the day, catching in between you, Andrew, and a scurrying pair of kids that barrel beneath your outstretched arms. DARZZIE! He's so cute! The greeting is loud and enthusiastic, not a small amount of surprise and relief. Andrew blinks as if he too is taken aback by the fervour of his greeting, then gives you a mildly self-conscious grin.
Hey.
You came back thanks to the save. That could be a disaster. Welcome to Trials of Tempest's 25th anniversary celebration. What do you think so far? Oh wait, I'll be right with you as soon as I drop these off. Want some help getting there? We can't risk another mishap. You shift your grip on the box in your arms as Andrew hesitates. After a moment, he nods to himself, seeming to have come to a decision, and speaks.
Well,
that would be a lot of help, thank you. If you're sure it's not a bother, I'd appreciate it. He smiles at you and you eye the remaining sacks in his arms. Offer to split the load. Let him handle it. Offer to split the load. If you're alright with it, we could split the rest. We had an easier time getting through if we share. Oh no, it's fine, you've already got one. That already helps a ton. What a sweetheart. Are you sure? This time he's much more insistent. Yep. He attempts to give the side of the bottom-most box a hefty pat, only to scramble to correct his grip when the stack wobbles threateningly. Like I said, it's all good. I could use someone to help me navigate traffic though, or want to accidentally steamroll someone. As you navigate among the throngs of people, you both chat as you deliver the boxes to the respective part-timers. It's only been a few hours since we opened, 10 AM, but we're already running out of free merchandise. I'm starting to think I might have majorly underestimated how many people were going to come out. Why is that? You get the feeling that Andrew would have shrugged if it weren't for his current encumbered status. Bookhook has always run as an independent. I expected locals to drop by, but I don't think people from other towns and cities would actually come over. I kind of thought it might have been a long shot with how old the series is. It's possible that someone posted online and made it rounds though. That would explain the crowd. He steers past a rack of postcards that at a passing glance seem to depict various locations around Brian Bay. A group of people are crowded around it. He catches your glance and smiles. Brian Bay was a reference for the protagonist's hometown. It's sort of an open secret among die-hard fans. That explains that. He hands off a box to another harried-looking part-timer who nods in acknowledgement before rushing off. What used to be a daunting pile is now steadily dwindling. I'm glad I hired some part-timers to help with the event at least. They've been a huge help with making sure that nothing falls apart. Some of them could definitely use a break though. I didn't mean to have them on their feet the entire time, but that's kind of how things turned out. He falls silent, looking pensive, then appears to shake himself out of his reverie. But you don't need to worry about that. By some miracle, we're now box free. You do a little fist pump in celebration. Andrew grins. And I've got time now to show you around if you're interested. But if you're just here to stop by, I'm still very grateful for the support. How about you show me what you're proudest of? mainly came to see you. It's our time! Andrew blinks startled, but then a shy smile blooms on his face. He rubs the back of his neck embarrassed. Look at him blushing! You can't help noticing the faint flush that tints his cheeks. I don't think I've made that much of an impression, but I'm glad. In the end, you'll walk through all the displays by Andrew. There's exhibits displaying bestsellers and novels handpicked by Andrew, as well as crafts tables with bountiful supplies of crayons and markers. The reprinted editions of Trial Tempest are front and center, the glossy covers gleamingly slightly under the light. Several booths are handing out the novelty bookmarks, stickers, and book plates. You're pretty sure you've gotten your hands on all the possible freebies thanks to Andrew. Creating all this took a lot more time than I thought. I tried to make everything interesting for everyone, including the people who don't have time to stick around versus the ones who specifically came for the event. But I'm a little worried. I bit off more than I could chew. What makes you say that?
Well,
I didn't think there would be this many people coming. Things are going well now, but it feels like one fire after the next. I'm glad that people still care about the store though. Oh? I didn't always run this place. It belonged to someone else before. It hasn't really been what it used to be, but I'm glad to see it busy as it is. A hub of activities surrounds you as people mill around, engaging the store's various activities, and you find yourself soaking in the energy of the event. People take pictures, write notes on offered stationaries, and peruse through the different displays. You look at Andrew and you can't help noticing the look of pride on his face. He takes in the hectic yet far happy interior, almost like he can't believe he actually pulled it off. Despite the worries he had voiced earlier, he looks quite at ease both in your company and in the eye of the event. Andrew, we need you here. Be there in a moment. He turns back to you, then glances at the bargain bin standing dutifully near the front of the store.
why don't you take something from the bin? A gift. As thanks for everything today.
He's such a sweetheart. Oh, thanks. Who am I to say no to free stuff? Period, girl. Upon rummaging through the bin's contents, you come to a decision. Ooh. You recognize a book, and it seems that Andrew does too. His eyes light up with interest as he slips it into a bag, tucking into a cute little bookmark along with it and handing it to you.
Ah,
I've read this before. You should come by again sometime and tell me what you think. Sure, sounds fun. You have the bounty of spells in your hands and wave at Andrew in farewell as best as you can. Andrew's eyes curve into a smile. If you liked the experience, be sure to leave a 5-star review for Book Hook Online. You roll your eyes and laugh. So that's your game. Woo your customers with personalized tours and freebies to get those 5-star reviews. What a profiteer.
hey now. That's just called good service. And I don't do this for everyone, you know.
Oh, what I do deserve such a stellar treatment. Andrew looks back over his shoulder, his lips curved into a boyish grin. An important light shines in his eyes, an expression you didn't quite expect to see on him, but you find you don't dislike it. Who knows, maybe we'll find out next time. Oh, I kind of want to go. Wait. Is that Kai? Oh, the arcade is cute! Finding an active, bustling arcade feels more and more like a novelty. Children weave across the brightly patterned carpet, tokens jingling in their pockets as those same children's parents trail after them. It feels like a place altogether removed from its time, as though its owner never considered the possibility of the years moving past the 80s. Oh, you have to check the games out first. You smell oily, cheap pizza. I'm gonna check out the games. Oh, all the prizes. The prizes. There's no point in checking out what the games to play if you don't know what you can exchange your tickets for. You nearly miss it in the surveying of your treasures, a familiar head of fire-truck red hair moving in your periphery. Ah! Okay, I'm so glad. No, I'm sorry. This man is just so fucking fine. It was a cool project for me. You really think I'm going to stiff my best employee? Angie does her best. Well, she has to agree to taking over the damn place before she gets to complain to me. Kai chuckles as the older man in front of him, stout and clad in a shirt that nearly matches the flooring, uncurls the mechanic's closed fist. From here, you can't get a sense of what owner hands him until you hear, "Seriously, man, tokens?" What? You said you didn't want to get paid. Besides, you used to beg me for free tokens. Arcade's owner boisterous laughter fills the air as he gives Kai a hard slap on the back, sending him stumbling forward. I'll send it over to your fax at the garage later, but I haven't seen you around much lately. Have an afternoon's worth of fun for me. He is a gamer! Man, I can't do that. You know I've got the... And? It's time for you to close anyway, isn't it? Besides, your little friend over there has been eyeing me for a while. I'm a whole lot of man, but tell her I'm taken, eh? My friend... Uh-oh. Before you could turn away to hide or pretend you hadn't been listening, Kaya's eyes meet yours from across the way. The quiet surprise quickly given way to the same friendliness you come to know. The arcade proprietor grins impishly, shaking his head to and fro as Kai jogs over to meet you.
Hey.
Ah! Didn't think I'd see you here. I didn't know mechanics made house calls. I try not to, but you try telling me anyone in this town that I'm only certified to work on cars and bikes, not, game cabs or toasters. But nothing. They still call me for a game cabs toasters. He laughs. The sound like the crackle of an old vinyl playing nearby one of the gamer's roars. Lights blare across the screen to announce the player's victory. The ticket dispenser feeds out one after another. The tick 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 of a printer loud and clear before a hand grasps at your wrist and guides you out of the way of a stray teenager. The group trails past unaware. Kai's hand is gentle as he releases you, callous fingertips brushing softly against your skin, warm. We're ready, touching? If you want to hold my hand, you could have asked. Oh, thanks, I didn't even notice. Thanks, but I would have been fine. He rolls his eyes, but they don't make the full revolution, almost as though it isn't quite worth the effort of looking exasperated. Kai doesn't reach for you again, but you catch a slight twitch of his fingers in the corner of your eye. He's at least a little tempted. I'll keep that in mind for next time. So, what are you doing here? I saw the arcade and figured I'd check it out. I've seen the little ones in boardwalks and other places, but nothing as big as this. You've seen in the listicle named highly rated things to do while visiting Bryan Bay, but now that you were here, the photos didn't do it justice. Yeah, this place it's special. I used to hang out here all the time as a kid. Probably still hang out here too much that I have a job and whatever too. The fake gold coins gleam inside of the cardboard prison as Kai thumbs the roll. If you're planning on playing, you want to play something with me? I want to play you. You don't want to keep them? Hey now, I said play something, not blow my heart. Blow my heart and pay. But seriously, you'll be doing me a favor. There's something else you can definitely blow. Leave me alone with these and I'll go straight into a crane game. I've only got time to play one before I gotta head back and lock up, but day's short for me to get any actual work done, so I could spend it with a bunch of sweaty guys or a pretty face like yours. Are we flirting now? Fair enough. With a tip of his head, Kai leads the way. In between each brightly coloured cabinet is another story that he offers you in passing. That one ate my tokens. Shook that one down so bad I almost got a drop on me. And I have a personal grudge against that one, don't ask. Alright, how about that one? Oh, basketball hoops! The two of you pass by the skee ball machines, 3 lined up perfectly for the two of you. Hard to have a dark past with a skee ball machine. Alright, let's play. Don't hold it against me if I smoke you though, yeah? Big talk. Tearing open the token sleeve, he dispenses a coin into the palm of your hand. Cardboard's tossed into a nearby garage can, and you hear the kerch of a token drop into the machine. Yours follows swiftly after it into the machine next to his. Oh, the speakers. There's a sound. The speakers blare to life, shouting his licensed music at the highest volume you can imagine. Ready? Yep. Now, how are you going to do this? Throw it as hard as fast as you can. You can make it curve or something probably. You can make it curve or something probably. Let's try some moves and embarrass ourselves. There's probably momentum, right? You roll the ball quickly, aiming for the sides of the lane before it rocks up into the belly of the beast. It looks like your strategy worked. Hey, let's go. Plucking another ball from the dispenser, you try and secure another handful of points before buzzer rings. This next one's for you, Kai. Kai snickers a little when he said next roll misses. As the clock keeps ticking down, you see Kai from the corner of your eye, his focus, and it's almost funny how seriously he's throwing the ball. Maybe this was a chance to distract him, or at least talk to him. You hardly know anything about him, really. All you do know is the most obvious things, his job and the place he lives in. Ooh, you spent a lot of time here as a kid? He all but stops when the question is brought up. Oh yeah, my parents were pretty busy when I was younger. Dad ran the shop, Mum's a teacher, so if she had meetings that ran late, I'll be here. The door closes behind you with a soft click. After a long, eventful day, you wrap things up with a nice hot shower and get into some fresh pajamas. As you head towards the bed, you can't help letting out a small laugh and shake your head when memories of today flash through your mind. There isn't a dull moment around here, huh? You plug your phone in before you pull the covers back and flop onto the comfortable mattress. Alright, time to settle in for nightly scrolling. Let's see. Don't recommend moving right after waking up. Oh, I wish you could react. Oh, Jean was the one with the surfboard. I think I can finally sleep. With a sleepy press of a button, your phone screen turns black and you limply plop it beside your pillow. Monday. I don't know if this is the last day. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, who should I talk to? Oh, the beach. Let's go to the beach. Beach, let's get away. I like the waves crashing on the shore. The sun takes its time cresting over the horizon, leaving the morning a little chillier than usual. Though maybe it's just you who thinks the way, since the rest of the townsfolk are going about their business peacefully. The fishermen by the dock with their toned arms straining against cut sleeves certainly aren't minding the cold as they haul crates into their trawlers. Hell, even the shops on the boardwalks are welcoming in as the windows are thrown open and the shutters drawn wide. Belle, you're a chump. What are you, 5? Wait up, man. Two French splash into the sea foam, their wetsuits and surfboards glistening and dribbling with salt water. You stare after them whilst the paddle cockshore towards the swells and you hug your arms tighter. I guess it's just me feeling the chill. Rubbing from the warmth, you continue down the coast and spot the person dressed for the temperature, Kevin Zuno. He's jogging down the coastline in monochrome shorts and an olive windbreaker, loose fabric flapping in the wind. Kevin's gaze is trained forward, his pace constant and stride powerful. There's no wasted movement when it comes to his film, even as he breaks down his path to skirt around a mother and a kid and you lean forward for a double take. Somehow he looks different today, more serious with brows drawn tight. You want to catch his attention. There's no way you'll see the serendipitous moment pass, and so you wave your arm. Run up to meet him. He ran to us. The air whips and bites at your skin as you cut across the sand. Kevin snaps to your attention once you've entered his line of sight, and the sunbeams of his smile part through the hard lines of his visage.
Hey!
He greets a tad breathless before becoming to a full stop. Kevin pinches at his wristwatch and you meet him by the docks with a light stitch to your chest. Politely, he pulls his earbuds out, the volume so loud you could catch an ardent conversation before he tucks them back into their case. Out for a run too? Nope, just a walk until I saw you.
Oh?
That eager to talk to me? Sorta. Anyway, should I be concerned about your hearing? Kevin hums inquisitively as he reaches for his water bottle strapped to his thigh, and you point at the case he's still cradling in one hand. Your music, you had it really turned up. Oh, that? He takes a swig of his drink before pocketing both bottle and case. That wasn't music. I mean, I do have the volume hella up, but it's still here. Let me show you. Kevin grapples for his phone before flashing the screen. How is shit made? He goes into a fist, giggles poorly disguised. The name makes for terrible optics, but it's a podcast show about how I was gonna say shit gets produced. You like this kind of thing?
Yep.
A little. I blame my buddy though. He likes figuring out how shit works, and I guess it just rubbed off on me. I'm on my 4th episode already. For how it's named, it's a pretty well made podcast. They try to keep it as casual as possible, and it's like stuff that sticks better when it's nothing being shoved into your face. Because now my brain's just full of stupid facts, like how to make fighter fire boots. I'm almost afraid to ask, but how do you make them? You've never seen me more thrilled than the moment you throw caution and question to the wind. Rubber and a fuck ton of it. They had like 30 different types of chemicals, so it's a fire resistant. After that, it's like baking a cake. The boot's vamp, he says, is a combo of felt and rubber. Then there's a steel arch for protection, layers of pattern insulating foam, and even more rubber to keep the shape. He's informed, possibly too informed in the process, and either Kevin is more into random trivia than he lets on, or that podcast is simply that good at educating people. Then they put it in the oven and bam, the whole thing's fused, and Kevin's excitement persists, but a budding bemusement restrains it as he searches your face. And you're looking at me funny. What did I say? Nothing, just... It's cute how into this you are. You really can yap. It's cute. It's hardly anything he's expecting given the laugh he rips out, and you watch as the curve of his ears bends pink. I'm out here splitting hella facts, and all you gotta say is cute. Jeez, DARZZIE, way to bruise a man's ego. Just calling it as it is. Then exhaling softly, Kevin lowers himself to the sand and kicks his feet towards the horizon, the warm swatches of dawn shifting the colour match, the Krillin in his eyes. Not gonna run again? Kevin lifts his left arm and taps at the watch face, counting down the seconds. Not for a couple minutes. Breaks are pretty important during a run. With his finger, he traces a small 3x3 grid and a circle in the centre. Snorting, you settle yourself in a spot beside him before crossing out a corner. You sure you're not just procrastinating? We've been playing tic-tac-toe right now. I mean, I don't want to keep running, but this is unrelated. When my time's up, I'll get back to it. He draws another circle, this one more oval than the last. It's an adjacent corner, and you capture its diagonal opposite. If you don't want to do it, then why are you running? Habit, plus it's good for you or something. A circle takes your winning spot, and you swiftly mark up the end of Kevin's would-be successful line. He clucks his tongue at the inevitable tie before resetting the board, gesturing he lets you go first this time, and you copy his opening move, an X in the middle. That's pretty sensible of you, even if you don't like it. I guess, but benefits aside, I'll kill to be sleeping in right now. Kevin takes a corner and so do you. The round quickly descends into near perfect repeat of the previous game, and soon enough you're both staring at another freshly made grid. Well, why don't you sleep in, that is? You hurry to clarify. Kevin's lips lift lightly. My body just won't let me. That and my folks like to act as if it's not 5 in the fucking morning. Oh my god, he likes to swear, I love it. What are your parents doing so early? Can't you move out? Nah, not right now. It's still cheaper to stay at home and convenient. Real. In what way? Kevin works his jaw as he rotates his index above one of the free spaces, thinking, though you're not sure if it's over his next move or an answer. Free food for one. Yes. You're right. So you just run every day?
Yeah.
Every day. I try to shake it up, but like most businesses, I close and there's only so many places you can go into town without trespassing. Honestly, I debate stealing a boat someday, just to see if there's something else to do out there. You look up from the game long enough to elbow him in his side and Kevin squirms away. Kidding, I wouldn't do that. I get too seasick. If I'm stealing anything, it'll be a car. He snickers and it's drier than the dunes behind you. He's so playful and like funny. Like he's just so unserious. There's gotta be an upside to this, right? Something that makes things more, like makes the mornings worthwhile for you? Kevin's silent and he slowly grabs a ring in place. Then, as an afterthought, he scribbles a smaller ring inside it and dots a space in between. Probably this bakery past the theatre, they open after I'm done, exercising the donuts and then set out make for a solid breakfast. He's a foodie. I swing by before practice and they always have a different flavour. Honestly, seeing what's new is a highlight of my morning, my day even. Beep 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 beep. Oh, my time's up. Running sentiment aside, Kevin makes good on his word. Your ongoing game is reluctantly abandoned as he rises. This isn't over, by the way. I'll beat you at tic-tac-toe at some point. He smirks whilst dusting the seat of his pants and you quietly scoff. We'll see about that. Chuckling, Kevin's cocky cover slips for something genuine and he lifts a hand in farewell. Well, I guess I'll see ya. Bye, Kevin. He nods, turning and picking up speed when all of a sudden, barely 10 meters away, he sharply pivots and beelines straight back. What the? Rarely, you press to your feet as he breaks before you, a brilliant grin stretched across glowing cheeks.
So,
Oh. I have to finish the rest of my lap, but it kind of sucks to just up and leave, right? Hey, I get it. You got your own things to do. Still, Kevin shuffles his weight from one leg to another with an uncharacteristic undercurrent of shyness, drags a hand across his knee. You haven't got your fill of me yet. Would you want to join me? In my run, I mean. I know I was griping about it a while back, but it's not all bad. You know, health and all that. Why do you just still assume want to hang out? So that is, as that is, you aren't really interested in running. Well, do you? You don't mind damn it, you do. You look away and he laughs, a sound full of genuine. Great, in that case, I'll keep it nice and slow just for you. Oh, nice and slow. Thanks, Kev. Smiling, Kevin tips his head down the beach before wordlessly breaking into a light jog. You hurry after, falling in place with him as the tide washes away from your footprints. At this point, a cool blue pulls across the sky with the sun a distant, shining lighthouse. It defiantly cuts across the horizon, leaving a glittery streak where your feet hit the swell. Bit by bit, your breath escapes you in puffs, and you finally appreciate the wind for what it is as it chills you down. Kevin has been keeping a respectable distance, but he closes in enough to bump shoulders. Your attention obtained, he veers towards the ebbing ocean and kicks up a salty spray. What was a perfect run devolves into a skip, a leap, and an attempt to get the edges of your outfit wet as he plays with the sea foam. I love playful fights. You dash ahead, eager to get out of his splash zone, and Kevin makes a playful chase. Two sets of footprints weave across the seashore as twins giggles bubbles past curving lips. Watch out, Darzie, I'm coming too! Kevin trips on some half-buried driftwood and face plants with a shriek. Before you can stop yourself, you burst into laughter. By the time Kevin props himself up, you're near to tears at the side of his face, perfectly imprinted into the wet sand. Oh my god, it's in my mouth! Sand's in my mouth! He spits, rubs his sleeves across the bottom of his face and slurps at the seawater to cleanse his tongue, only to start the cycle over the taste of brine. Bad idea, bad idea. Kevin, please, my stomach, it hurts. Eventually, Kevin remembers his water bottle and successfully rinses the beach and salt water out of his mouth, then collapses onto the shore with a sigh of relief. Your mirth wanes in the lull and, though it's for the separate reasons, the two of you take a breather. Before long, your breath evens out and there's only the sound of the sea breaking on the sand. Tired but content, you sneak a glance and find Kevin peeking at you from beneath his fringe. A second passes and both his shoulders start to shake from an unbidden chuckle. Man, I was really laying back there. A little, but you were also hilarious. Well, I'm glad someone had fun at my own expense. He shoots you a playful glare and you meet in head-on with a quirk of your lips, shaking his head. Kevin's expression softens and he flops back down to stare up at the clear skies. Thanks for joining me. Having you around made running fun for once. Hell, I'm even starting to like the beach a little. I'm glad to hear that. Now, let's go and finish your run. You extend a hand to help him up, feeling his rough palms as he takes hold, but he suddenly yanks you down, propelling himself forward as you fall. What the? Your wits are barely back before Kevin's already far across the beach, cackling loudly. Oh, you're dead, Zuno. Under the warmth of the sun, you take off with a vengeance after him. He is so fun to be with. Oh my god, he is so fun. Where should I go now? Let's see. Kai's at the park? Where is Vince, by the way? Let's go and see our boy Kai. We're back at the park again. It's a perfect day to be outside and the rest of the Bryan Bay agrees. There are as many families there as people like you taking a stroll around the park on what must be a daily afternoon walk. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and You've got to get your hands off my eyes. I can't see. There's a large bike with a minimum of 3 people on it barreling straight at you. Shit, DARZZIE! What is he doing on a bike? It's some combination of quick reflexes and the yelled warning that gives you enough time to fall backwards onto the sidewalk, mere inches away from where the bike and its rider skid to a stop. Only once to get your bearings do you realize 3 things. Kai is halfway to kneeling in front of you. He'd been paddling one of those large carriage-like bikes with a bench attached, and his 3 passengers are blonde, blue-eyed little girls that look suspiciously like Chris. Are you okay? I hope that it doesn't bruise. The oldest of the girls frowns, gnawing away at her bottom lip. The girls behind her, younger from the looks of it, look pale. Well, say you're sorry. She should have gotten out of the way. Meredith! What? Fine, I'm sorry. Happy? Ugh. Yeah, definitely young sisters. Yes, save it. You nearly ran over me. None of you guys got hurt. You're alright? I'm okay, seriously. Don't worry about it. Kai's eyes narrow, skepticism as clear as day on his face, but he lets go nonetheless. Maybe because you have a captive audience. Oh my god, look at him looking at us. Alright, I believe you. Kai helps you back up, steadying you on your feet before he wordlessly gets out of your hand. The 5 of you relocate off the path along the bike to open up the sidewalk to any pass-by again. Fancy biking into you. Ah! Kath! The typically placid look on his face is broken by a hard jab in the side of by Kath. He squirms away from her, writhing like a worm on a rainy day. I can't believe you let a child goad you into doing that. Call me a child again, I dare you, says the second tallest child very loudly and childishly. It's not fair you used to sat words against me. Goad is not a sat word. Dunno, it was pretty sick, Kath. Outside a bike, vehicular manslaughter. I don't think that's a word either, Meredith. What are you, Jean? You're supposed to call him Sheriff Williams, Meredith. Also, stop calling me Kath. You know how I hate. You let Kai do it. Yeah, well, Kai's hopeless. Damn. Kai, you're not supposed to curse. Kai snorts, shaking his head as the girls argue back and forth. He catches your eye, a touch of mischief hidden in warm brown. The fact that he's the oldest brother makes him so much more attractive. You met him yet? Should I have? They're local celebrities, so Scath, Mew, and Minneapolis, Chris's little ones. Chris has kids? Might as well have his sisters. Catherine. Okay, Catherine. I'm okay with Mare. You just get to call me Meredith though. It's Mia, not whatever he calls her. The second oldest one, Meredith, jerks her thumb in the younger sister's direction. Mia hides herself in her sister's shadow, her small hands tucked into the loose fabric of Meredith's shirt. She shyly smiles when she realizes she's caught your eye waving. And this is DARZZIE. I'm Kai. You knew that already. Babysitting. There's summer programs off today. Catherine scoffs loudly. Sorry, young lady, and babysitting. Catherine manages an cold enough to make the 3 others giggle at her misery. The smile comes out almost immediately against her wishes. Wait, so Catherine isn't babysitting you, Kai? Ah! What were you even trying to do earlier, guys? What's wrong? I'm tempted. Not today. He shoots her a look from the corner of her eye. Catherine innocently looks away, but there's a devilish twinkle in her eye when you catch her making an exceptionally nefarious face. I'm the one who has a driver's license. So do I. Yeah, a fake go-kart license doesn't count. Kai's gaze softens, his arms crossing over his chest as he leans against the parked bike. So what's up with you? Guessing you're not here to get run over? Get the man a prize. Honestly, I want to get some fresh air that wasn't at the beach. We're about 10 minutes from the shore walking, beach air everywhere. I get it though, it's different from trees. What's with the bike? Mare wanted to ride it, but not one's gonna let her rent an electric bike by herself. And Mia can't ride a bike anyway, and Kat didn't want any parts, so 3-seater. He jerks a thumb into the direction of some alleged bike rental farther into the park. If you got nothing planned, why not officiate a race for us? Ooh, seriously, we're gonna do that? Yeah. Didn't you say you wanted? Yes! Okay, you're going to have to fill me in on everything. So a race from there to here and back, you've got to be hauling at least 3 people. Hence the bike. Meredith says with a wave of a hand. Kai's pretty fast, but not me fast. On account of being a hag, I guess. I told you he'd hold it against you. Yeah, whatever. It's my turn now. I'm carrying around Kai, Mia, and Kath. But you can swap if you want. Your eyes meet Kai's. He couldn't seriously mean that he was going to make a 10-year-old carry around a grown man or a grown you. He shrugs. Meredith doesn't notice. I can hear your doubt, but I can totally do it. Does it have to be a bike race? Wouldn't running be better? I'm putting my money on you. You better win. This sounds kind of... Let me in on this. All right, that's what I want to hear. She slaps your hand with enthusiasm, matched only by the widening smile on her face. I've got an idea. As it turns out, Meredith's idea makes next to no sense. But who are you to judge? You're one of the 2 grown adults competing with a child. Then 3 of you haul the bike out and back onto the path. Now set up somewhere there are less people. Meredith asks you all to climb aboard with her at the front. All right, so what we're going to do is bike from here to there. She points at a series of bushes at the farthest most edge from the park entrance. We're on the same bike, though. How are we supposed to race? Kai! Meredith sniggers as she glances back over her shoulder at you. She waves her hand dismissively. Start the clock! Okay, 1, 2, 3, go! Meredith doesn't give you any time to question it further. She's all pedal to the metal. Nothing in her expression says that this is a game to her. She's pedaling for honor, for glory, and you sit mostly. She's making an honest effort, but not even the strongest kid could ferry you both. Still, she managed to make a single revolution of the pedals, and I don't really think this is working. Yeah, it's pretty cool to try, I guess. I can get off and push it. Would that help? No, I think that'll just make things worse. Who won? Huh? Who won? That's what you're here for. Did you see who actually finished first? Honestly, you didn't. Still, Meredith's looking at you with such eager anticipation that may as well make up an answer. Not even a question. I feel like for a kid... Wait. We're not going to suck up. What? No way! Boo, 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 boo. What? It's a good thing to tie. If there's no first place, it's the same thing as last place. Are you done with a silly plan of yours now? I should have chose Meredith. It's not silly, Catherine. I'm serious. Plan? She wants to run in a marathon, but the category for people, people our age. I know what it looks like, but I can do it. Trust me. Meredith's no doubt an athlete, an optimistic one at that. It sounds condescending to congratulate her on having goals, but it's pretty impressive. But then on this summer, I'll beat you fair and square, Kai. So don't think I've... Ice cream! Mia, quiet as a mouse, finally pipes up in a voice that's louder than a whisper. Her eyes grow wide as she peers at a passing ice cream cart. Its operator singing and smiling jovially as he rings his bell. Can we? Kai digs out his wallet, producing a few crumbled bills to hand off to the girls. Meredith shoots him a look from over the top of pushing Mia's head, as if to say, this conversation's not over. Kai shakes his head, sighing as his hands comes to rest at the back of his neck. God. They're kind of a handful, huh? You have no idea. I don't really, want to put in my fully effort against a kid. But she really wants me to do that, and I don't know how to tell her look bad for me too, huh? I mean, it's what she's asking. She's giving her all, so you should too, right? Kai quiets, a soft huh falling out of his mouth almost as soon as the words leave your mouth. Didn't think about it like that. I mean, you know her better than me, so maybe I'm wrong, but... Nah, you got a point. She wants me to take her seriously, even if it's... He waves his hands nebulously. She needs proof for herself or something. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna magically get her into an adult marathon, but Hey, are you guys getting anything or what? Pfft. With a gesture and a wave, Kai directs you back towards the ice cream cart. Each of the girls have gotten their own, and with a flattering, anything you want. From Kai as an apology for nearly turning you into gum on the sidewalk, you leave the park with a handful of ice cream bars and an afternoon worth of fun. That was cute! Ooh, where'd he go now? Oh, see Kai again? I mean... I kinda want to see Andrew. Brian Bay's town square is busy no matter the time of day, which I suppose makes sense given its certain central part of town. Here, numerous shops and stores are gathered for the usual of locals and tourists alike. A dazzling variety of items sits in stores and storefronts, from handmade jewelry to produce to novelty stores to snacks. A veritable crowd of people mill about the square and under the gaze of this evening sky, drawn out by the promise of cooled down air. You turn your eyes this way, and that's soaking in the sights and mentally taking note of those that particularly pique your interest. You likely won't be able to go through all of them today, but there's still tomorrow, and however many days you've got left stuck in this town. Ting-a-ling-ling! Ice cream, come get your free ice cream right there through the power of friendship! Huh? A woman stands by a large ice cream cart decked out in pastel colors, calling out enthusiastically to passers-by. She holds a small bell that she shakes at irregular intervals, making its still delicate chimes ring throughout the square. Special promotion brought to you by Delgado Ice Cream only today. Get 2 triple scoop ice cream cups, or your choice, by winning our friendship quiz. But a word to the wary, no one's ever won before. She shakes her hand-held bell again. Ting-a-ling-a-ling! So step right up if you dare. Do you have the courage to stand on trial for the promise of free ice cream? As you watch the 2 women rise the challenge, laughing, they take position in the center of the square, surrounded by a loose circle of interested onlookers. Soon, a round of questions and answers is being fired back and forth to the cheers and the groans of the audience. This seems a little silly. You're interested. It's a pity I don't have anyone to go with. I wonder if they allow video calls. Your train of thought is interrupted. However, when you catch a sight of someone from the corner of your eye, there's no mistaking that tall, red-haired figure. Andrew! He looks pretty enticed by the possible promotion. Is he even blinking? Eventually, though, he does turn his head and sees you standing there. He finally blinks, surprised, and waves at you in greeting. You wave back and he smiles, approaching
Hey.
you. Ah! What do you think of all this? He gestures to the center of the square where the friendship quiz is going full swing. You interested? I am. He brightens. Oh, cool. I just closed up the book hook for the day and was heading back to my apartment, but I thought I could use a sweet treat after all that, so here I am. Anyway, I was wondering. You're wondering. Free stuff. Everyone likes free stuff. They do. You're not in agreement. That's true. And by winning a quiz, we can get free stuff, free ice cream at that. You look at him amused. It's a friendship quiz. We literally just met like yesterday. First off, we met 2 days ago, not yesterday. You snort, but Andrew continues undeterred. And besides, we can hear the questions now. He clenches his fist and gives a little shake in excitement. They're all softballs. What's our favorite color? What's our favorite place in Bryan Bay? That kind of thing. We can just prep up for it and it'll probably be fine. His voice tapers off near the end of his sentence, and certain Betty perks up again. Anyway, what's the harm in trying? It'll only be a short while and it's not like we'll have to pay or anything. Damn, you really want this, don't you? I really, really do. Why not just ask one of your friends then? That'll probably be way easier. He clears his throat. None of my friends are here right now, but you are. You can't help throwing out a quip. Lucky me. So what do you think? He stares hopefully at you. You almost expect him to clasp his hands together in a plea. Alright, what the hell? Let's do it. Andrew grins happily at your enthusiasm. Yeah, let's go. Okay then, let's ask each other some questions and memorize each other's answers. Ready? Oh my god, are they putting me to a test right now? Andrew nods. Hit me. What's your favorite time of day? Ooh, or what's your favorite food? He doesn't hesitate to answer. Mozzarella sticks. Oh my god. You know what I want so badly that I can't get my hands on because it's not in my country, in Australia? Chilies. I want Chili's mozzarella sticks so bad. It looks so good and I don't even know what it tastes like. You raise your brows. That was fast. He grins crookedly. I love them ever since I was a kid. Andrew? Pasta! Andrew nods. I remember that. What's your favorite time of day? He takes a moment to think, his brows furrowing in thought. Damn, he's taking this really seriously. When he answers, it's with the firm confidence of someone giving a royal decree. Nighttime. You mime holding out a mic. You care to tell me the mass is what makes nighttime special to you? Oh my god, we're literally in the evening as well. He laughs and leans in a little to your Fork's mic, unable to suppress a shy smile. I like looking at the stars and painting them sometimes. So cheesy. You nod solemnly and tuck away your mic. What about you? Honestly, I would say night as well. Oh, but morning's also really good. Fuck. Oh, type. Your favorite time of day is sunset. I love that we can type. Is that dusk or dawn? That's dusk, right? Dusk. Angel makes a scribble motion in the air. Noted. What's one thing on your bucket list? A pensive look forms on his face at that question. He doesn't answer immediately. You wait patiently, letting him sort out his thoughts. Only one thing, right? Right. He rubs the back of his neck. I guess the answer would be redecorate book hook. Spruce it up a little. I've wanted to do that for a while. Aww. You tilt your head. Why don't you? Aren't you the owner? Andrew grimaces. Well, yeah, but I never get around to it for some reason. He looks to you. How about you? So for the first time, meet someone famous? You know what? Meet someone famous would be pretty cool. Andrew smiles. I hope you get to check that off your list someday. Nighttime mozzarella sticks redecorating the store. Thank you for remembering for me. Once the two of you have prepared as much as you could, you both step up to participate. The previous participants are already long gone, and the ice cream vendor welcomes you with a beaming smile when you approach. What's this? More participants! Welcome to the Friendship Dairy Trials. As she speaks, she applauds fiercely, prompting a smattering of cheers from the small crowd that has gathered to watch. Before we start, may I get the names of our brave challengers? Welcome, welcome. She takes 2 mini whiteboards and markers laying on the ice cream cart's counter and hands you both one of each. The rules are simple. You take your places standing across from each other and ask your question. Now, here's the kicker. On your boards, you'll be writing each other's answers. For example, if I ask your favorite color, Darzie will write down, and then Andrew will also write down, vice versa. Capiche? When you both nod, the vendor continues. Once you've written down your answers, let me know and make sure to keep your boards hidden until I give the go-ahead. When you're both ready, you'll each tell me your own answers at the very same question. So Darzie and Andrew, continuing off the last example at this stage, you'll tell me your favorite color out loud. Once we've heard both answers, you and your friend will show each other your boards. If you've written what on the board is the same as your friend's answer, then you get points and you win that round. See, simple, right? We got this. Yes. You glance at Andrew, who looks faintly nervous, but when he sees you looking, he shoots you a reassuring smile. Aww. First question. What's your favorite food? You only have time to catch a delighted look on Andrew's face before you're both scribbling furiously on your boards. What did Andrew say earlier? Mozzarella sticks! Yes, pasta! Andrew, what about you? Mozzarella sticks. Nice! You can't help the way your heart does a little jump in excitement. Now, on the count of 3, show your boards. 1, 2, 3. Yay! You both raise your boards and instantly your eyes goes to Andrew's board. Scribbled across it in black marker is pasta. Your faces splits into a grin. You meet Andrew's eyes only to see his expression mirroring your own. Aww. And that's round 1 in the bag. Good job. Now, can you keep this up? What's your favorite time of day? Immediately you both rush to write. He likes the night. You and Andrew lower your boards at the same time. I'll ask Andrew first. What's your favorite time of day? Nighttime. Darzie? Dusk. Alright, now show your boards in 1, 2, 3. You both raise your boards and instantly your eyes goes to Andrew. Scribbled in the black marker is dusk. That's so cool. You smile triumphant. Andrew impulsively makes a fist pump, beaming. Ooh, well done. You're halfway there, but don't relax just yet. This is when things start really heating up. I love how they knew what the questions would be. Round 3. This one's a doozy. What were the first words you ever said to each other? Oh shit! Oh, what? Andrew's eyes widen and you feel your own do the same. The surrounding crowd breaks into entertained murmurs, and as the two of you stare at your current host, she beams back, wholly unapologetic. Go on, time's wasting. Remember, your partner will be there to decide what the correct answer even is. Well, shit. Perhaps it's adrenaline from your successive wins, but you actually feel an answer, a memory, bubbling up from the depths of your mind. You look at Andrew and see him frowning in thought, the gears clearly turning in his head. How did we first meet anyway? Your first meeting only 2 days ago was pretty eventful, you remember. An accident, a collision, the cookie incident, and Andrew had been at his easel, sketching something. What did he say to you? A switch flips in your mind and you hastily get to scribbling. Oh, you got this in the bag. Soon you and Andrew are once again standing trial before your host, who gleefully grins as she claps her hands together. Comes with a moment of truth. The atmosphere is infectious. You find yourself swallowing a gulp. You wouldn't be surprised if a drum roll suddenly started playing. What was the first thing you ever said to Andrew? Did you see all of that? Andrew doesn't give the vendor time to reply. He laughs, his sound bright and exhilarated, and raises his board. Written across it in bold letters are the words, "Did you see all of that?" What a twist, Andrew. It all comes down to this. What was the first thing you ever said to Darzie? He doesn't hesitate to speak. Are you doing okay? You meet his eyes expression unveiling to a shit-eating grin and slowly raise your board. The words are written with an air of finality. Are you doing okay? The pop. Confetti abruptly comes raining down in a kaleidoscope of colors, much to the delighted laughter of the audience. You look at your host who's holding a gigantic party popper in her hands. Where was she even hiding that? You have no clue and beaming wildly. Congratulations! You officially passed the friendship dairy trials. Dairy trials! Woohoo! A surprising amount of applause comes from your audience who whoop and cheer for your victory. You smile, casting a look at Andrew. He's grinning broadly, a touch of shyness in the curve of his smile, but he's standing tall. Step right out to claim your free triple scoop ice cream. You walk away 3 scoops of ice cream richer, still buzzing with the thrill of the quiz. Andrew looks particularly pleased, digging into his ice cream. He chosen a cup with a smile on his face. See, I told you it'd be worth it. Yeah, you win. He grins. I'll have to prep us up better next time. You pause and look at him sidelong. I'm only here till my car gets fixed, remember? He falters and smiles sheepishly. Right, I forgot for a moment there. Still, thanks for going along with me. I figured this wasn't how you expected the evening to go, but I had a great time. You hum, take a bite of your ice cream and shoot him a smile. I had fun too. His eyes curve up at the corners, pleased. And so you continue on your way, ambling down the lamp-lit streets of the Bryan Bay underneath the fading purple sky, talking and laughing. Oh, that was cute! Wait! That's from Under Your Skin. That's from my bestie Yinny. That's Yinny's game. Oh, I love that. Hold on, I need to take a screenshot. That's so cute. Your eyes shut as the soothing sounds of the beach from the slightly open window lull you to sleep. Off to dream world we go again. Oh, there's another day. Tuesday, innit? I have a feeling this might be the last day. Let's go to the bookstore. The trek to the bookstore isn't too far, but you can't help slowing down to admire the quiet, colourful streets. Art covers the walls on either side of you, featuring spray paint and chalk graffiti from local artists. There's posters taped in several spots advertising community events, concerts and more. Just as you reach your destination, you come to a full stop when you see a familiar and very recognizable head of white hair. Oh, Vince! Vince is crouched down in front of the book hook's window, peering intently as he pokes at the glass with his finger. Okay, that's not strange at all. I wonder what he's up to. You slowly inch forward, unsure of how to greet him. Maybe you can slip past him or just try to approach him normally. Vince turns his head and instantly pins you down with his gaze. Shit, there goes my choices. You walk toward him, acting as casually as one can after getting caught and sneaking up on someone. Hey, Vince. Oh, hey, DARZZIE. He goes quiet, leaving you two awkwardly staring at each other for 2 seconds. He clears his throat, opting to turn back to whatever he's been staring at through the glass. What could be so interesting about... Oh my fucking god. You follow his line of sight and gasp softly at the cutest black cat on his back, stretching far to pull out Vince's finger. Pink toe beans press against the glass, trying valiantly to capture its prey. Bright round green eyes are transfixed on Vince, and you notice a fluffy tail playfully flicking back and forth. The faintest puff of laughter graces your ears, so you tear your gaze away to find Vince smiling, his expression light as air. Is this a friend of yours? It seems to really like you. Vince blinks, looking up at you, and he forgot you were beside him. Oh yeah, her name is Chipocky. How cute! Do you come to visit her often? Sorta. Chipocky's nice but pretty picky in who she interacts with. Sounds like you two have a lot in common. I'm not a cat though. That's not the similarity I was thinking of, Vince. Oh. Silence slides between you two again. The awkwardness! He taps his finger in different spots along the window, watching intently as she follows, paws making cute little thumps against the glass. You have a bunch of questions floating around in your head, but something about this quaint quiet is so nice that you keep them to yourself. Vince laughs again, the sound just barely audible, like he's holding himself back. You find yourself wondering how it would sound if you let out a full-on gut-busting one. Chipocky's tail is going full speed now, bopping against her bed excitedly. Vince stares at her fondly, his chin propped up by his other hand. Play with her too? What are you doing just standing there? Cute cat is right in front of you. You lean over, placing a finger against the glass with Chipocky's view. She perks up, her little black nose twitching curiously. Vince quirks a brow over at you before moving his finger. She turns to him, reaching over with a paw. Oh, so it's going to be like that, huh? You're a matador. You draw a rapid zigzag line next to his hand and Chipocky's on you in an instant with both paws. Ha! Take that! He huffs, using his nails to tap a catchy rhythm. She swings back to her eyes wide with joy. Not to beat you, swipe your hands across, making a loud squeak against the glass. He quickly slides over the same time, and your fingertips land on top of Vince's, the shock of his cold but soft skin meeting your warmth, freezing you two in place. Chipocky takes advantage of the pause and triumphantly plants both paws against you and Vince's palms. She's standing on her hind legs, meowing her victory. Vince is the first to pull away, coughing into his fist. The tips of the ears burn bright red, and you're pretty sure you're not faring any better. Sorry. Oh, it's fine. Time flies, and soon enough, Chipocky tires out from chasing her prey. She yawns, curling into a cozy ball and tucking her chin in. Her eyes slip shut, and her breathing slowly evens out as she falls asleep. The two of you watch her for a while longer. Vince eventually stands up, patting his knees. We should go. She definitely needs to rest after all that playing. I don't want to, but yeah, you're right. Vince snorts and shakes his head. You really like her, huh? How can you not? True, I didn't think anyone can resist her. Yeah, even the crabs will play nice with her, I think. Vince's jaw drops as you quirk a brow at him. He groans, slapping a hand over his forehead. Oh my fucking god, I almost forgot about that. I definitely didn't. It was a very memorable first impression. His cheeks tint pink and he mutters something under his breath. As both of you turn and start to leave, you look back over at Sleeping Cat at the bookstore. Do you have somewhere to be right now? No, why? The store should be open soon, so why not go and actually pet her? She was literally begging for it earlier. Vince's shoulders tense and he shakes his head. Nah, I prepared my heart for that first. You seem comfortable playing with her just now. What's wrong? It's complicated, Oh! His breath hitches and he steps dead in his tracks. You screech to a halt and nearly... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just had an urge to yawn. And nearly run into his back. Hey, why'd you... Your question trails off as you look past Vince's shoulders, finding Andrew standing equally frozen in place with wide, startled eyes. Oh, good timing. Andrew can open up the store and... Wait, the two are like statues, not making a single sound. You glance between them, confused to find Vince's face stricken with fear, anxiety. I know it's a small town, so maybe they know each other? But something feels off. There's a tension in the air that you're not sure what to do with. Vince sharply inhales as he forgot to breathe, the sounds high and tight. Andrew stiffens further at the sound, his eyebrows knitting into what you think is a look of concern. And after that, nothing happens again. It's the most awkward standoff you've ever witnessed. Shit, maybe I should try to do something. Greet Andrew. Morning, Andrew. You swoop into the rescue, moving in front of Vince and waving enthusiastically to the redhead. Andrew snaps out of his shock, blinking and focusing his attention on you. He forces an awkward laugh and rubs at the back of his neck. Morning. Hello. Thankfully, Vince seems to have recovered too, even as he continues to hide behind you. Where you been? Poor Chipocky was all alone when you were playing with her. Oh, I was busy, just work stuff, you know. And leaving that cutie pie by herself? Shame on you. Good thing we were here, right? You crane your neck over to Vince, who jolts at the sudden eye contact. He looks away, pausing for a moment before nodding. Yeah, she's really sweet. Oh, the sweetest. At the mention of his beloved kitty, Andrew looks over just as she opens her big green eyes. She stretches her legs out from beneath her and lets out a mighty yawn, showing off her pearly white fangs. Her gaze meets Andrew and she blinks 3 times, slow and full of affection. He smiles brightly at her, his eyes crinkling adoredly. She meows loudly in response, pressing those irresistible pink toe beans against the glass. That's my girl! Maybe I should stay. I want to give her pats so badly. Yeah, just give me a second. His smile drops a few degrees and his brows furrow a bit. He continues staring at her politely, avoiding looking over at you and Vince. Hey, you know for a fact that wasn't directed at you, not with the way Vince's breath hitches again, and you can feel the tension radiating off him in waves. I'm really glad she got to see you. Andrew's voice shakes a bit, like he's struggling to hold back his emotions. It might sound a little weird, but I've told her about you, so she must have remembered. Vince's eyes widen and turns ever so slightly to look at Andrew. His mouth opens and closes several times as a weak sound escapes his throat. Sorry, gotta go. You turn to try to stop him when you hear the harsh squeak of sneakers against the sidewalk. Vince! He speeds off. His panicked footsteps quickly fall out of earshot, and just like that, he's gone. You glance between Andrew's stiff form and the empty space where Vince just was. Should you go after him or stay? Want to come inside? Andrew unlocks the door, pulling it open with a gentle swing. Chipoki's quiet mouths turn loud and excited as she hops up from her bed to greet you two. It's probably the best that you give Vince some space, so you turn away from the street and head inside the bookstore. Meow! As you walk in, Chipoki weaves between your legs, butting her head against them. You bend over, giving her much appreciated head and chin scratches before straightening your back to observe Andrew. He's lost in thought as he brushes a hand against the counter, jaw clenched and shoulders coiled tight. Seems like he and Vince have history. Were they friends? Nah, that doesn't feel right. Enemies doesn't fill the bill either. Strangers make even less sense, especially with the way they both reacted to each other. Watching him like this makes something twist in your stomach. You want to comfort him, but you're not sure where to start. Andrew clears his throat, bringing your attention towards his hesitant face. Sorry, did you wait long? No, I just got here. Relief crosses his face and he nods. Oh, good. Thanks for keeping Chipoki company. She's a sweet cat, but can be pretty picky with her company. I was gonna say it's a surprise how quickly she warmed up to you, but I get her. You make it really hard not to like you right away. He smiles softly and you feel your cheeks warm at the way he's staring right at you. Flattery will get you everywhere, Mitchell. I'm glad Chipoki likes me. I'd be heartbroken if she rejected my love. Ooh! Clearly saying she'd never do that. No way, she's got a good eye for people. Then it's a testament to how much she likes Vince, huh? The gentle probe about him makes Andrew's shoulders drop with a long, heavy sigh. I'm surprised he still comes around to play with her. What happened? Not so much that part, since I doubt anyone could resist Chipoki, but just being at this place, I guess. Is everything okay with you guys? He smiles wryly and shrugs. That's a hard question. Oh, I don't want to bog you down with the past right now. I get it, don't push yourself. I'm all ears when you want to talk though.
Thanks.
If anything, I'm kind of bummed out. I missed it while I was throwing out the trash. You sure did. Chipoki's tracing skills are top notch and super adorable. Maybe one day I'll get the chance to see them together. There's a brief silence after he finishes speaking. He beckons Chipoki over with a click of his tongue. She dutifully struts over to him, purring as she bumps her head against his hand. You watch him pat her gentle, loving touches. Her eyes are squeezed shut as she laps their tension up, looking extremely pleased. Aside from napping and playing with people behind the window, does Chipoki have any other fun cat activities on her schedule? Not really. She wanders the bookstores while I'm busy, finding a little nook to relax in if she doesn't want her bed. She needs more enrichment. Look at her, she's just begging for it. She totally agrees with me. That sounded more like a question than a confirmation. But you make a good point. She's usually more playful and energetic when there's no customers. I know she wanders off throughout the day while I'm busy though. You can only roam a store for so long before a bunch of energy builds up and you don't know what to do with it, honestly. True. He looks over to you and smacks, his eyes twinkling with mirth. Is that your way of volunteering yourself? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why don't you take her on a walk? I've got her harness somewhere around here. Chipoki packs up, eyes wide and tail raised sky high with excitement. Andrew laughs, scratching in between her ears. She seems really into that idea. Well, she turns to you and meows pleadingly. You've heard of puppy eyes, but kitty eyes are even more lethal. I'll think about it. Your fate is as good as sealed with that. Aww. Let's see. I feel like we're running. Oh, I was like, we're running out of ideas on where to go. I guess the beach is the only place we can go. You walk along the beach, breathing the refreshing, salty sea breeze. Seagulls cry high above your head while others waddle across the sand. Alongside the birds are rats or tourists snapping photos of picturesque scenery, some bathing on the sand or wading into the ocean. Thankfully, it isn't too hot, so you're more than comfortable hanging outside instead of seeking shelter in a place with AC. Now the problem is, what should I do on such a nice summer afternoon? You could lay down and try to take in some sun, but it's a little too packed for your liking at that moment. A frustrated sigh leaves your mouth, and you continue to wander aimlessly along while trying to figure out what to do. When all seems lost, two very familiar voices suddenly come into earshot. Uh-oh. Cannot believe you're laughing at me right now. What kind of terrible man are you?
Hey.
That's no way to talk to someone who treated you to lunch. We'll ever see We'll see if I ever do that to you again, you ungrateful prick. Not the arguing. Jean and Wyatt are in an intense conversation about, well, you're not sure, but that's up to you to find out. It's sort of a shock to hear Jean, of all people, snap like that. For all you've seen, he's a gentle giant that stops fighting, not start them. You follow their voice and peer to finding out the duo are standing a few feet apart and glaring heatedly at each other. Between them is a brutal crime scene splattered all over Wyatt's very expensive looking leather shoes. There's ketchup, mustard, relish, onions amongst the mess. Uh-oh. Speaking of, the perpetrator rests in one of Wyatt's hands completely bare, for a small blob of mustard clinging at the edge of the bun. Jean stares at the barren hot dog and the mess. His frustration quickly dissipates, shoulders shaking as he snickers at Wyatt, who looks equal parts faint and ready to wring the sheriff's neck. Would you stop laughing at me? These are one of a kind, Saint Raphael. Oh, you heathen. I have no idea what the combination of words means, buddy, but hey, at least you didn't get in your white suit. Don't say I didn't warn you. I told you that was way too many toppings on one dog. Okay, so it turns out they aren't arguing. And here I thought I was going to get front row seats to a wrestling match between a posh businessman and the sheriff. Still, they're an interesting combo. I wonder how they know each other. Oh, I was saying and I got a hiccup. It just so happens that I usually eat with this fork and knife, so I know I got the hiccups. Sorry, I'm out of my element. I'm pretty damn sure you've only ever eaten these when you're with me. Wyatt scoffs and delicately tries to balance a hot dog in his hands, and he searches through his pockets with the other.
Oh,
He turns his head to the right, spotting you instantly. His pinched scowl smooths out into the suave smile tinged with coy relief as he waves over. Good afternoon, please excuse the mess. You wouldn't happen to have napkins on you by any chance? Sorry, I've got nothing. Please don't apologize, I'll get it sorted somehow. Just forget it, buddy, that stuff is never coming off. This wasn't my first time with stubborn stains, my dear friend. I've cleaned wine off satin before, nothing is impossible. He flicks his hair over his shoulder and waltzes over to the hot dog stand. Mustard smears and all. Jean rolls his eyes before turning his attention to you. We'll get out of your way once the guy's cleaned himself, or at least tries to. Care to join us? I'll get you a hot dog. Ooh. I know you wouldn't get pissed at me for buying you lunch unlike someone. You snort as he throws a scowl over his shoulder at Wyatt. That's a very tempting offer. We'll see. Once Wyatt gets his topping mishap cleared up. Both of you glance over to him, laughing softly at something the vendor said, giving the man a charming smile. He reaches out for the bundle of napkins. The man hands him a few moments later, nodding his thanks. Are you sure you don't want to reload on the topping? It's free of charge. Thank you, but I'd rather not waste your supplies. I feel I'll end up on the floor myself again somehow. As you watch the exchange, you look back to Jean, who rolls his eyes again in Wyatt. He notices your curious gaze, offering a casual shrug and smile. So, if not for the tasty hot dogs, what brings you to the pier? I heard you two fighting! We can't keep meeting like this, Sheriff. Every time I hear shouting, I find you at the scene of the crime. I was fully prepared to find you pinning Wyatt to the ground, actually. Don't worry, that's just how we usually talk to each other. Damn, really? I wonder how you two get if you actually fought then. Fighting? You'd rather stomp away and sulk than go head to head. I think anyone would when they're up against you, Mr. Taekwondo champ. Oh, you two seem to be having a wonderful conversation without me. Wyatt approaches and shares a glance with Jean, who smirks in response. You came back just in time. We're talking about you, actually. The man scoffs at Jean and turns to you. Please disregard everything he said. His trustworthiness is limited with his work and nothing else.
Hey.
I was joking. Yes, I'm sure you absolutely weren't trying to ruin my reputation in front of her. I knew you all too well, Williams. For all the bickering these two do, they seem close. But seeing the sheriff hanging out with a rich businessman doesn't quite make sense, so maybe you found yourself between some official business. Actually, am I interrupting something here, guys? I can leave if you want. They both startle at your suggestion and quickly shake their heads. No, it's nothing formal like that. We're just catching up since it's been a while. Yes, we saw each other fairly often in high school, but we've gotten our separate ways since then. Our schedules have never quite matched up. But I happen to be on vacation and Jean is off duty today, so here we are. However, we preferred a different venue for lunch.
oh.
He sighs dramatically before taking an elegant bite of his food. This is the first time you've seen someone make a hot dog look this gourmet. You make one hell of an exciting duo. How long have you two known each other? I'd say just short of 10 years perhaps. Ooh, Give or take, yeah. I stopped counting after a while. To be honest, I'm surprised you two went to the same high school. I had Wyatt pinned as a boarding school type of guy. That's what my parents wanted, but I chose otherwise. Have fond memories of this town growing up, so I opted for schooling here. Just exactly what's his childhood like in Byron Bay to make him do that? You shelved the question for later. Yeah, lucky me you're bumping into you back then. You should consider yourself as such, actually. These two really like to go at each other, huh? That's my other question, actually. How did you two get acquainted? We're both in the student council. I, of course, was the president, and Jean here was the vice president. It was a triumphant 2 years, and we shaped the student body for the better under my guidance. We were quite the pair, you know. You're just making second part up. The most power we ever had over anything was organizing prom. You two seem close. They both make disgruntled faces at your observation. It's been a long time since we hung out, but I guess some things have never changed since high school, except for your physique. I did offer you morning training sessions on the weekend to get into shape, and I lose out much needed beauty sleep. No thank you. Jean scoffs at Wyatt, takes another bite from his hot dog. Even if they say they aren't close, I'm getting a clearer picture now of how they were before. It's pretty funny to watch them interact. Honestly, we barely hung out together in the first place outside of the student council meetings. The busier things got, the less we saw of each other, especially when senior year came around. But that's normal for everyone. We tend to drift apart from school friends once we grow up. Wyatt nods, dabbing a napkin against his lips. I don't find too depressing in the grand scheme of things. A familiar face to meet with from time to time is more than enough for me. Same here. I feel bad enough as if when I cancel plans with friends at the last minute whenever I get a call from work. If things don't go as planned, there's more time in the future. It's better to catch it than never, huh? We try to. Sometimes there's more talk about while other times we just sort of sit in silence. Now don't make it sound like we're in that dull in front of DARZZIE. Even if it's the truth, well, trust me, I'll finish mine before you do. Yes, brag about your eating prowess in front of DARZZIE and make me look bad. Wyatt takes another bite and hums, lifting the dog up to eye level and inspects it. This is a real marvel though. The taste is exactly the same as when I had it when we were teenagers. He heaves a deep sigh, placing a hand over his stomach. But there's no longer a teenage boy's body, and I'll mostly likely have indigestion the next hour. You worry way too much about your digestion at your age. You're the only one I know that drinks probiotics every single day. Excuse you, but it's never too early. Don't come crying to me when you developed gastrointestinal complication at 28. I don't eat this all time, buddy. I started meal prepping after I became sheriff, and yet it's the first thing you propose we have for lunch. It's a guilty pleasure, right? I know this stuff isn't good for you and isn't the best, but it's nostalgic. The vendor sticks his head out of the store that, looking mildly insulted. I heard that, Sheriff Williams. Look, they're not, well, I don't know much about nutrition, but there's some veg on the menu. And you keep coming back, so it's gotta be good, I think. Let's defend the vendor. Both of you still came here and eating his food. I think that makes it pretty good then. The two men droop like a scolded puppies, and the vendor waves happily in your direction. Thanks, friend. Someone's got a good head on her shoulders. Jean and Wyatt look at one another before turning their attention to you, giving the apologetic smiles. I might have said all that, but it's still one of my favorite spots to stop by.
Oh.
And even if I'm not the biggest aficionado of hot dog, I can appreciate it with or without toppings. Aficionado? Gosh, he's so posh. Wyatt quickly, yet elegantly finished off his last bite and tackles his phone out. He taps at the screen and sighs at whatever he sees. It seems that I might have to go soon. You can leave now if it's a rush. I've got some grocery shopping I need to do anyway. The glance over as you snort and shake your head. You two really are always on the go, huh? Wyatt smirks and Jean shrugs. That's just how we are. I guess that's one of the reasons why we get along in the first place. I definitely wouldn't want to associate myself with someone who doesn't prioritize their responsibilities, so he has my respect in that regard. Wow, thanks, almost was touched by that. Wyatt dramatically rolls his eyes while scrolling through his phone. Thankfully, Valerie has it covered for the next 15 minutes, so I'll be fine to stay a bit longer. It'll be rude for me to leave. He turns and narrows his eyes at Jean. Next time, however, I'll be the one to pick our lunch venue. What day and time is good for you?
Huh?
I thought you were only making a quick stop at Byron Bay. Well, things changed during our plan. My schedule allowed me extra time this month, so Valerie and I decided to extend my stay. I'll be here for at least another week, if the rest of this week is too busy for you. That's a surprise. I mean, I'm glad to hear that you're sticking around for longer. Please, don't sound too happy about that. Would it kill you to stop being such a prick sometimes? Oh, but who else would dare speak to the sheriff like this? Jean scowls and Wyatt tucks his phone back into his pants pocket. But like I said, we should have time to meet again if you're not busy. I'm sure I can find a day. Wonderful. If I can't get to your message, feel free to send one to Valerie and she'll notify me. Yeah. Who should I have to take your messages, huh? My deputies are busy enough as it is. Jean tilts his head and locks eyes with you. Wyatt looks over as well, and his face softens into a dashing smile. Jean's lips pull into a teasing smirk, and your head flutters at the warmth in his and Wyatt's gaze. Maybe you can help me out with that. It might be an afternoon sun bearing down its full force on you, but you're feeling awfully hot right now. Sure? Your voice cracks slightly at the end, and then both men laugh softly in response. Where is my Kai? Oh, Kai and Kevin? We're at the town square. Pair stroll with retractive buzz from a fun evening, the giggles and laughter hinting at continued adventures, while raucous guffaws resound from one nearby food stores. It's on this especially bustling night that you're leisurely traipsing around the fountain, lightly humming with one eye for something to do. It would be nice if the ice cream promo was still happening, but alas, today yields nothing of the sort. Ears prick, and you turn in to see a street performer pull her violin. Her case. She plucks lightly at the strings, testing for tune before reaching for the bow. You move closer with the crowd, curious to what she'll perform, when a blur of holiday cheer darts past you. Was that? You squint after nagging recollection. Was that Kevin and Kai? Suck it! Sounds like someone lost. As if you were eating my fucking dust at the corner. You call me Nguyen when you're, oh, fuck my ribs. As Kai braces himself on Kevin rests a hand on his shoulder, steadying him while he wheezes. The two look into each other's eyes, and then losers say, what? What? Well, there you have it. I won. Somehow, seeing them bicker like grade school children throws you in a loop. But since they've stopped under that tree, I guess my plan for the evening just sorted itself out. They're so cute together. Ah, they're so hot. Imagine them in a band. Get Kai in your band. Damn it, Kevin. Clearing your throat, you waltz up to both of them and... Boys, you're both pretty.
Oh?
No photos. Not from the right is his bad side. Kai snorts, a wry smile on his lips as he tips his head in your direction, not bothering to release his hands from the actor's shoulders. Man, I don't have a bad side. Contractually, people aren't allowed to write that. And humble. Hard to find the complete package these days. Alright, real quick. Kai, this is... Her car's in my garage. Kevin blinks owlishly, he's hovering. Introductory hand frozen in midair. Understanding hitting him like a truck, he relaxes for a sarcastic grimace. You're shitting me. And just when I thought this town couldn't get any smaller. With a shake of your head, you gesture at the two of them as they finally separate. So is this what you two get up to after work? More or less. We don't really plan when we hang, so we figure it out as we go. It's been kind of bust though. We don't know what to... Kevin splays a hand across Kai's chest and lightly pushes him to the side, as a stream of no's, more pointed than the last, tumble from his lips. It's not that we don't know. I know what I want to do, but this fucker has been turning down everything I pitched tonight. Cause they're no good. Dinner's not good enough for you. I didn't know what you were getting of rehearsal, so I already ate. And swimming. Sun's setting and you want to do it ass naked. Hard pass. Ass naked is crazy. Kevin's face contorts with bewilderment before smoothing for a pointed look at the threads. I told you so. However, they all sound like valid reasons. Okay then, you try. Hands raised, Kevin takes a step back, leaving you a metaphorical open mic. Forgetting that you're a total tourist, you rifle through the options you've got to consider while in town. Ooh, what about a bar? Kev might be down for a bit. Me though, I'll pass. No! Lame. Have you considered shopping yet? Nah, everything's closed by now. Next town? Sounds good, except Kevin's got a curfew. Don't remind me. You hate to say it, but this is a bust. Guess we could go to play Quintris? Dude, you always say that. Not always. Sometimes I say we should go to karaoke, which... Kai blinks expectantly, and Kevin palms his face. Whatever hesitation is visible through the web of his fingers, it crumbles with an indifferent slump of his shoulders. Fuck it, let's do karaoke. Just take it easy on me tonight. I gotta save my voice for rehearsals. Kai doesn't respond as he flattens his lips. Not quite a smile, but not exactly a grimace either. And Kevin levels him with a weary glare. Mercy, bro, I'm begging. What am I missing here? Kai being a total karaoke diva. Really? Skepticism seeps into your tone and the tops of Kai's shoulders rise to chin height. He's exaggerating. Sure, man. We'll see if you're still humble later.
Yep.
Wait, you're joining us, right? Isn't this your guys' night? I don't see why it can't be our night. Side's prettiest faces in town should be seen together. That's the second time he called us pretty. Well, you are curious about Kai's singing abilities. Alright, I'm in. It's settled then. There's just one thing. What's up? Kevin shrouds the answer behind an impish grin. Walking backwards, he makes for the fountain and Kai wordlessly breaks from his side to follow suit. Questions take root from their silence, and even more are sowed when they start shucking their shoes off and rolling up the hems of their jeans. Surely they're not. While Kai hops over the fountain's edge with a cat-like poise, Kevin hurtles into the water. The brazen deed easily attracts the attention of those around them, and gasp and snickers alike crescendo all around. Say less, this is so on brand for them. I'm not surprised. Why aren't you? Grinning, Kai tosses a swiped quarter in the air. Despite the lack of warning, you easily tap the coin between your palms with a clap, the metal cool to the touch. Ooh, nice catch. Thank you. Now care to explain what you guys are doing? We're plundering. And as united the band of modern-day pirates, Kai and Kevin bend down and indiscriminately snatch up the coins resting at the bottom of the fountain. Bit by bit, you start to see stone ones hiding underneath the nickel and copper, and you quirk a brow, partially amused and bemused. Hard times down at theatre and garage, eh? Nah, it's just a tradition. It all began a long, long time ago. I was 6, he was 9. Brian Bay didn't have shit, but arcade opened for the first time. The thing is, we heard from the older kids that you'll need coins to play, and well, we were broke. Sakai over here had the brightest idea. It was a joke. Okay, but it was a really good idea. So one day we just took what was in the fountain. No! Rebels. Criminals, actually. The sheriff back then called us. I mean, it wasn't hard. We were like 3 feet tall and soaking wet. You're expecting a juvenile little story, but not one with a twist. Rightfully shocked. My parents were not happy to be called in by the sheriff. Kai's, though, to this day, they still tell the story when my aunts visit. They think it's hilarious. Even more than the black top accident, Kai bursts into laughter, arresting you momentarily for how pure and genuine it sounds, and Kevin dissolves into his own chuckles as memory resurfaces between them. Nah, but I just lie about that one. They think it's you now. What the hell? I was innocent. I was a victim, so it was literally your fault. Wait, what happened? Curiosity gets the better of you and you look toward Kai for the details. However, just as he opens his mouth to spill, Kevin fiercely splashes over and slaps a palm over them. I'm not standing for this slander, but I wanted to know. Then you'll hear it from me, not from, did you just bite my hand? You taste like chlorine. We're in the fountains. Also apologize? He bit him? It's expected that people would know one another in a small town, as evidenced by your run-in with Andrew and Vince. However, these who didn't know just know each other. They were friends through and through. These kinds that apparently have no trouble receiving and returning repartees and roughhousing. Say you're sorry. Actually, no. Apologize by letting me stay over. What? Why? My mom's getting on my case and... No. Come on, help a friend out. No, dude. I don't want to give your mom another reason to hate me. She doesn't hate you. Kai shakes his head and he turns his back to shallow pool, hands busy once again. She literally said it to my face, man. At least she didn't roll her eyes when I said I was going to hang out tonight. Why would she roll her eyes? Because she thinks I'm a bad influence? As soon as he says it, you're hit by how incredulous that sounds. Kai has the appearance of a delinquent. Sure. But anyone who spends time with him would know the cover is simply a cover. Yet Kevin bobs his head in confirmation, lips twisting wryly. She liked him when we were kids, but he had just dyed his hair and got all those piercings. His voice is high to relay what you can only presume are his mother's words verbatim, and Kai kicks up a stream of water that strikes Kevin on the arm. Bruh. Don't make fun of your mum, man. She's my mum. Besides, you know she was being ridiculous. Kai rolls his eyes, as unimpressed as you ever seen him, and Kevin shoots him a replicate look while he roots around for more coins. Anyway, once I got my piercings and hair done, she never stopped complaining about it. Did you do it because of Kai? Were your parents cool? Did you do it because of Kai? A little. All the cool kids were doing it, so why wouldn't I? I always knew you looked up to me. That's such a low fucking bar, man. I know, that's why you can. And there went Kevin, slugging Kai in the arm, to send staggering off to clean the decorative stonework in the center of the fountain. Alright, what's our total? They count their bounty in between cupped hands, organizing it with striking efficiency. For a brief moment, you can imagine younger versions of them tallying their ill-begotten riches, pride streaking across their faces the way it is now. They then exit the fountain, wet imprints marking each step as stooped to collect their shoes. Patang ina, it's Jean! And Kevin books it down the sidewalk. You trade alarmed glances with Kai, immediately take off after him. Neither of you risk a look back, and so you run like the wind. The three of you only stop once you've hit the suburbs, winded, and your soul stinging from each football and pavement. It's only then you warily squint over your shoulder. Where's Jean? Huh? Kevin swallows a lungful of air. Oh, he wasn't there. What? Yeah, no, I didn't see him. Kai lobs one of his sneakers at Kevin, and when the latter dodges, he slings his remaining shoe to the laces. That one successfully hits Mark, nailing Kevin on the shin. My beautiful unblemished skin! You suck, man. Now get me my shoe. If you think about it, getting baby arrested was a rite of passage, but Jean probably won't arrest us, so I just wanted to share this potential with DARZZIE. Yeah. Despite his demands, Kai hobbles over to retrieve his shoe anyway, fitting it back onto his foot like the least dainty Cinderella you've ever seen in your life. Worst happens, he lets us with a warning. We get wasted, go to karaoke, same shit every time. A frustrated tenor occupies the space between his words, a reminder of your time at the beach with him. Kevin's small town gripes then sounded more like a passing lament, but tonight you think you hear it for what it must be. You don't like that, do you? Kinda sucks, it's boring. I can't wait to get out of his stump. Kai goes silent, heel hitting the ground and standing as rail straight as you ever seen him. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch his head lowering and his hands getting shoved into pockets. Sure, eventually when you're good and... I mean, it'll be soon, man, just when I'm ready. Yeah. If it were up to you, we'll just keep doing this until we're 80. Poor Jean, he'll be 90. Then both of them share a small little laugh, even if Kai's a little more rueful, and Kevin pushes off from the street lamp he's leaning against. You two good to go yet? Yep, all set. Yeah. Nice, let's roll, team. With a pep in his step, Kevin strolls ahead, sneakers still dangling by the hook of his fingers, and Kai trails after his own pace. You hang back with Kai. So, why are you so excited to sing tonight? His sentence trails off. It isn't difficult to figure out that his eyes are on Kevin's retreating back. He's only a few steps ahead, but Kai is miles away, somewhere inside his own head. Something classic, probably. Love a good power ballad. Really? Aren't you full of surprises? The hard corners of his lips soften. Gosh, she's so pretty. Half falling open as he gives up a laugh instead of another word, his gaze returns to you, his eyes warming as he smiles. If this is all it takes to surprise you, you'll love it when Kev starts hitting the bubblegum pop. You open your mouth to say more, but a teasing holler cuts you off. Kevin, somehow even further away than the last time you saw him, is tracing an arc in the air with one hand cupped around his mouth. Yo, slowpokes, hurry up already! Relax, man, this place isn't closing for a minute. Kai shouts back. He then tips his head towards his friend, a small bend to his lips. That's a handful, come on, before it starts monologuing. Together, three of you amble through town into the promise of the night. Aww, wholesome. Took a walk through the town evening. Nothing beats chilling with your bro after another long day. Today started off really different. Chipoki and I had a lot to discuss during our lunch break. Aww, cute. Ooh, that was really cute. The words and colors begin to blur on screen. Your eyelids start to droop like they're held down by heavy weights. I think I can finally sleep. Your eyes shut as the soothing sounds of the beach from the slightly open window lull you to sleep. Off to dreamland we go again. Yay! Finally occasion away. Oh, that's a full demo. What a cute game. I love slice of life and wholesome games. It's really sweet. So cute. And honestly, I really love how they interacted with each other. Because I find that a lot of love interests don't have relationships or friendships with each other. So it was really, really cool to see that. Thank you so much for playing. Yay, you're so welcome. I did enjoy it. They also have a Kickstarter, so definitely go and support if you guys want to check it out as well. We hope to see you back in Brian Bay again soon. Yay!